2015 law.
The move is part of a broader crackdown on dissent and civil society groups within Russia.
Venezuela has imposed an immediate ban on flights arriving from Colombia following the arrest of over 30 individuals accused of plotting to destabilize the country.
Interior Minister Diosdado Cabello alleged that the group planned to place explosives at embassies and other sites involving both Venezuelans and foreigners.
President Donald Trump held separate phone calls with Russian President Vladimir Putin and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky on Monday, aiming to advance ceasefire negotiations in the ongoing conflict. A federal judge ruled on Monday that the Trump administration's takeover of the U.S. Institute of Peace was unlawful.
The Department of Government Efficiency's efforts to dismantle the agency were deemed null and void.
The opinions expressed on this program are those of the host or guest and should not be interpreted as statement of fact.
I look like a white guy.
Independent fact-checking and corrections are encouraged.
Can we get a cup of coffee in here, please?
Damn good coffee. Oh, and hot. Shit. Oh, shit. I forgot what radio stuff has to happen.
My dog is your mind's best friend.
No. Oh. Is that happy song?
My dog is your mind's best friend.
I'm pretty.
Wake up, America. You've got a dog that needs walking. That's right, sunshine. Just put on a big pot of strong coffee and get ready to type your little hate mail with your opinions about kumbaya and flat earth insanity. Stand-up comedy? You want stand-up comedy? Well, we've got sit-down comedy. It's time for Coffee with the Dog. You make me laugh.
If that's the situation, probably go all the wrong reasons. All the wrong reasons. Don't let the band rock out. Rock out, band, rock out. My mama come to me, try to tell me how to live. Good morning. We'll see if that thing shuts off by itself. Shut off by yourself, thing. It did. No, it didn't. All right. Good morning, folks. It is, what the hell a day? It's Tuesday? Feels like a Tuesday. Probably a Tuesday. Tuesday, May 20th, 2025. It's a little chilly. A little chilly for May 20th. It should be summer already. Looks like Stanhope and Andy Andrus it's summer where they are. They're wearing short sleeve shirts, blah blah blah, sun shining, and they're up in the North Country of Europe, Sweden maybe. I don't know. Norway, somewhere up there. I think that's way too north for me, but looks like summer. Anyway. We are supposed to have the Man Show here today. Carl Mann, who has been missing in action because, according to Steven, anyway, Steven spies on Carl. Carl is in love. This is according to Steven. I don't know this for a fact. We'll ask him about that in just a minute. Speaking of love, there's no love left in the world. I was just watching this clip. Jesse Waters, the twink on Fox News there, and he's saying everything that the opposition to the Trumpism wants to do is detrimental to having babies because everybody wants more babies. We need more babies because, and I agree with him, we need more babies, and this is why we need more babies. Not for the same reasons that he's going to say we need more babies. He's going to say we need to keep the economy going. We need more workers. We need more soldiers. We need whatever we need them to do to suffer. No, we need to populate the planet as much as possible so that when the asteroid hits, maximum number of people will suffer tremendously. We can't have. What good is an asteroid hitting a planet where there's nobody there? Nothing happens. We need as many people to really suffer, blow up, burn up, go to hell. And yeah, hopefully I'll be dead by then. But if I am, I'll join in the suffering like I do every morning here. That's all I just want to say. I was thinking of just, oh, did you hear that Jordan Peterson thing? I was thinking of sending Jackie an impromptu notice to ask him if he wants to jump in. Because I know, like Steven, he has a man crush on Carl Mann, too. So, you know what? We'll have a lot of jerking off in the side rooms here today because Carl's a sexy man. Very tall, very sexy. What else did I want to say? I forget something. I had other things I wanted to say, but like Joe Biden, I have ass dementia. My ass doesn't remember anything. Oh, that's not funny. You can't pick on Joe Biden. Yes, I can. I pick on my own ass cancer. I can pick on his ass. I'm an ass cancer picker. It's not that I hate Joe Biden. And this is one of the things I don't understand. The hate for Joe Biden. Listen, I can understand the hate for Donald Trump, and he cultivates it. You would never hear any other politician say, I know there are a lot of Biden haters. I know there are a lot of Nixon haters. Nobody ever said haters. He loves haters. Trump, he cultivates haters, and he enjoys it. It's the attention. Biden is just a politician, and you might hate his politics, but I don't understand the hate for the man. He's grumpy old, but it's typical old man riding a bicycle, eating ice cream, falling off, whatever. But so you're gonna hate on me when I announce my ass cancer has gone to the bone, and it's not ass cancer, it's prostate cancer. But still, you know what? I probably have testicle cancer, brain cancer. I have cancer. My cancer has cancer. Maybe I should do a GoFundMe and raise some money on it, huh? Speaking of raising money, I still don't have Curiosity Box new commercial. Curiosity Box keeps getting back to me. Oh, you got to do some new commercials. We got some great deals. We're doing discounts and blah, blah, blah. But there are more important discounts because if you use the code MINDDOG at Daily High Club, I had to, what the fuck is the name? The weed place, Daily High Club. You will get 10% off this all for the next 11 days of May. So go to Daily High Club. Link is in the description. I'll play this now, and then we'll come back and say hello to the boys, the men, the man.
With humble East Coast beginnings in 2015, Daily High Club is the premier destination for glass water pipes, vaporizers, and consumption accessories. If you're looking to elevate your smoking game to the next level, you're in the right place. With over 1 million top-quality smoking products sold, and with a growing base of over 10,000 monthly subscribers worldwide, we deliver the ultimate smoking experience. But Daily High Club is not just a retailer, we're lovers of the smoking scene ourselves, working with giants like Tommy Chong, Snoop Dogg, Chanel West Coast, and more. Ready to join the Daily High Club?
I'm not ready.
Let our experts curate your collection with our awesome El Primo monthly subscription box, or grab one of our fun and unique pieces from our smoke shop. Click the link in the description below this video to get this party started now.
I know, now. That's a pretty cool VO. AI VO. VOIAO. Ladies and gentlemen, in the room with me right now, speaking of IOs, it's Steven the IOU so much money because I'm a loser. The sitcom. What are you doing? You got that's a middle finger? Oh, that's nice. And who's giving me the middle finger? And also in the room with me now, GD, who does this thing about good brew for some reason. Good brew, bro. Hey, bro, you got a good brew? Fenderson.
Good morning, America. MindDogTV.com. It is our great pleasure to announce that Matt Napo is dying. If you want to be part of his great departure, post your video farewell to Matt Napo's Facebook page, and please keep the videos under a minute and the swear words within the community standards. MindDogTV.com. Send Matt off with a salute. One finger salute.
That could be more than a minute. Why? Let him go. Let him run with it.
We discovered if it goes longer than a minute, they start getting mean. So we figured if we kept it under a minute, it'd all be nice things. So
they'll be mean from second 1 second, second 1. Speaking of people who want to see me die, let's get
we know that, Matt. We know that you have attention deficit disorder. So if anything lasts longer than a minute, you're not going to watch to the end anyway, even if it's about you.
Even if he's having sex, he'll still fall asleep before the end.
What were we talking about?
Yeah, so we're keeping the videos under a minute, and you might watch it to the end.
All right. Speaking of people who want to see me die and they'll dance, let's say hello to Carl. Hello, Carl.
Yeah, a minute's a long time for all men.
Oh, look at you with that wild background that is freaking me out. I'm seeing like mirrors of mirrors.
It'll never stop. This one will be the background to the next one.
Wow.
It's going to be infinite.
So Stephen tells me you're in love.
Who told you that?
Stephen, I just said
that was well, who
Stephen
told you
said
that?
No, I would question how Stephen would know that, but Stephen had said that several times in the last couple of weeks.
No, I've put that together based on the last few times he's been on and that we've talked, where he was talking about he had somebody moving in and she was lovely, but then he's traveling the world, so maybe he's running from her now. I don't know.
Oh,
so
Carl, are you saying Stephen's a fat fucking liar, piece of shit loser?
But both things can be true at once. I think it's all
God
good.
damn it.
I have some mental separation from it as well. Yeah, it's I'm with a person. She's not here right now. She will be soon. I'm back in Manchester, back in the UK. I'm no longer in the world. I visited the world for 2 months, and now I'm back.
Wow. Oh, so that's where you were. You were running around the world. The world. Now, when you say the world, you mean Brazil?
I was in Brazil, various parts of it, and Portugal for 24 hours too.
Oh,
kind of counts.
I had a girlfriend in Brazil, and I was in her various parts as well.
That's what they like, apparently.
Oh, speaking of GD's jokes that I get very late, I think Blind Mike's gonna chicken out. Are you familiar with Blind Mike, Carl?
Not really.
Blind Mike is a guy who is not
the
a comedian.
song, Three Blind Mics, Three Blind Mics. See how they run.
He's got a podcast, and not a highly successful podcast, but a podcast nonetheless, where he just takes the piss out of comedians. And for some reason, he's got a hard-on for GD like you wouldn't believe. And GD is his most frequent target of criticism and stuff. So he goes by, plays his videos and stops every 3 seconds to say something negative about him. Look at him. Look at his fucking hair. Look at his nose. Look at his dick. We're gonna have him on the program, but so I think he's gonna punk out.
Is he booked in?
Well, I got in touch with him. I said, "Come on and confront GD face to face." But he said, "Okay."
Did you say confront or did you say parlay?
I think I said confront.
Okay.
Either way, though, like I said yesterday, the whole reason I'm even upset for you is because of the guy's approach. It wasn't a to your face, hey, let's, I want to talk about this because I think you suck. It was, I'm going to talk shit, and then if he finds out, whatever. And then you found out, and then that's how you discovered. To me, that's some chicken shit. That's some pussy stuff. If I don't like you, I'm going to tell you I don't like you.
Tell me you don't like
your face.
Tell me.
If I didn't like you, I'd tell you.
Tell me about the pussy stuff. I want to know more about the pussy stuff.
What do you want to know?
So let's all say happy birthday to Carl. Happy birthday, Carl. I know it was yesterday, but happy birthday, Carl.
Thank you. Thank you.
Happy birthday, Carl. I didn't know it was yesterday. I didn't even know you had a birthday.
Yeah, I thought we were singing.
I barely knew. Someone reminded me that. I was like, oh yeah, what are you doing? Nothing. I opened a beer and then I poured a little bourbon and then I went to sleep. That's what I did.
I thought you were going to say you poured a little off for your homies, but
you sent me a message too, we talked for a second.
Oh,
that was very very nice surprise, and I should be doing something tonight with going to a gig, but nice. that's my birthday treat for tonight with probably with Ginger Shannon if she turns up.
Can I ask what brand the bourbon was, or do you not want to say?
No. It was. I'm going to admit this, and it's not good. It was Jack Daniels. It's not. I don't like it.
It's not really bourbon, sour mash, right?
No, it's fake bourbon, and it's also fucking shit as well. I liked it when I was 20, but it's in the fridge, and it was in the fridge because I have no ice. So I had some sad drink that I don't even like, and then went to sleep. That was.
I'm not a
Now, I'm
Jack
curious,
Daniels
how did it
fan,
get to the
but
fridge if you don't really like it? I mean, wouldn't you have had something in the fridge that you liked?
Well, I didn't
You-
put it in there. Someone
You
else.
gotta
Oh,
see-
okay.
And you got to see my fridge. If you think there's only stuff I like in there, what I like is the minimum of
It's a
the
gift.
stuff.
I have a bad tequila and a bad JD in there right now. They were gifts, so I was like, okay, I'll accept gifts even if I don't really like them, and I'll drink them.
I understand. I had a show sponsored by a vodka company, and we had all this vodka from the company, and because they were they were serving it at the show, and it was I didn't. My wife drinks vodka, and that vodka sat in this house for like 3 years.
Well, I'm gonna come back to Stan, and I agree with Stanhope on this. Vodka is vodka. I mean, there's no vintage vodka. It's just
Yeah, but
vodka is the same as Schmierl.
No, there are good vodkas. There are good vodkas.
Yeah,
I thought
Smirnoff was a good vodka for years, but that's actually still a bad one. It's the best of the bad ones.
Yeah,
Grey Goose, that kind of stuff, really, really smooth. Tito's is smooth, but
I like Absolute.
I just don't like the. I just don't like the sterile taste of vodka. Like every time I taste it, I remember. I just think of the hospital. It's the least fun of all of the alcohols for me because
it's clean, and the hangovers are cleaner if it's a good one. Just have it with soda and fruit juice, man.
I like the vodka because it's the easiest one to slip to kids.
Now we should we should try to get vodka. Can we get vodka as a sponsor? I like Absolute vodka. We should get vodka as a sponsor.
Let's get Tom and Fat Man's vodka.
Never heard of it.
The Stanhope and Andris are in Norway, not Sweden today, but they will be in Sweden. They're in Bergen, I believe, which is 66.2 degrees. It's springtime. It's springtime. Yeah, it's not just snow. Don't be racist. They're in the South Norway. It's pretty similar. In the winter,
I thought it was all this snow, to be honest with you. But even because we don't have summer here yet, and we should have summer here, but we don't.
Why summer doesn't start till June?
We're getting a good spring. They're in Bergen. They're going to Oslo Saturday and Stockholm in Sweden Sunday, but they're all pretty close together.
Just to clarify, GD's official start of summer is until June 21st. The unofficial is generally next week, Memorial Day weekend. But for me, it's when the beach venues open up and the bands can start playing on the beaches. Was last weekend, and it's generally summer here by this time of year. At least it has been for the last 20 years or so. So but now it was 61 degrees. That's not summer. That's spring.
It's fucking cold and rainy here. It's awful.
For me, summer starts when the Henry Gibson commercials reappear on television. The smells of summer.
I generally know it's summertime when all the local radio stations start doing the fucking St. Jude's bullshit, and they have all these dying kid commercials, and I'm just like, fucking A.
I don't watch television. I wouldn't know about that.
It's on the radio.
I wouldn't watch radio. I never watch radio.
You can't watch videos of dying kids without masturbating, so it's not fair that they put those on. Put those on TV.
No, I told you that in confidence, but that's cool.
Carl, here on this side of the pond, at least in the Baltimore area in Westminster,
The Wire.
Once it gets warm out, they have these like local units of radio stations. Like the truck is out doing stuff with the radio stations and giving away stuff and playing music. Do they do that over there? And if so, what is it? Just all BBC trucks or?
Not. I mean, radio. I mean, people still listen to it a little, right? They used to do a lot of that stuff. Radio 1 on the BBC used to have the Radio 1 Roadshow. It's a big thing, and they would go around.
Right.
I think probably a couple of stations still do that a couple of times a year, but not too much. Radio X, I'd say, is probably the biggest one.
Biggest one where I live is the B100 birthday party, and then the Rock on the Range in Chicago. Those are the two big ones here. You go to the radio stations. They do these little stops, and like 500 people will show up, and they give away free tickets to the first like 150, 200 people. And you can't buy the tickets; you have to win them. And they do like 25 stops across the listening area. And it's kind of fun. It's kind of reminiscent of like, maybe like 20, 25 years ago when radio stations were bigger. They put the big inflatable thing up. They have the big fancy Hummer out there. And not an old lady, but the vehicle Hummer. And yeah, it's pretty cool.
So Carl, so like another thing we have, at least a phenomenon in Baltimore, is that
what the hell is that?
phenomenon.
Phenomenon.
I only know about the
I get
Wyatt.
it.
I know about the Wyatt and the bridge that got hit. They're the two facts that I know about.
Well, one of the things in Baltimore, there's a like one of the more popular radio stations that still kind of exists is called, I think, 98 Rock. And it seems like every disc jockey they have on their show is like a stand-up comedian. And that's how they're trying to build up their base. They get a job on 98 Rock. They want to be a comedian. They get a job as a disc jockey so they can build up like a following. And then they go out to open mics, say, look, I'm a comedian. Now they get a following. And also they get like worshiped by some of the other comedians because they're like, hey, he's on 98 Rock. And so he must be really good and funny. And they're not necessarily true. But do you have like a lot of disc jockeys over there that are trying to be comedians? And they're just using radio jobs.
Comedians are some of the worst, desperate, narcissistic people I've ever fucking met. So they'll do anything for any kind of attention and to think that it'll propel them somewhere. So
yeah, but other than that, do you have them in disc jockeying?
Yeah, though I don't listen to radio. I don't even follow it, but I would imagine there are several DJs that are also comics.
Oh, see, like I don't listen to radio either, but I go to clubs, and so when they do their bios, and it's like, and next up, huh?
I still value listening to the radio. I appreciate being introduced to newer music, and I do appreciate some of the morning shows and some of the.
Music on the radio? Get out of here.
Well, they don't, not all digital broadcasts wait to the very end to play the music.
No, like for example, like the Jason Lee and Cluck show in the morning was really funny. It was a fun time to listen to, and they would also, every 10-15 minutes would do like a 6 or 8 minute block of music for the people on their morning commutes. Yeah, it was nice.
So today is Jamie Dyke's birthday, right? Well, first of all,
I forgot. It's the day after mine. I completely forgot. Let me send him a message. I might have to mute because how do you say Heil Hitler on a thing?
8-8.
Let me mute.
Yeah. So I'm wondering how old the lovely Jamie is. I'm thinking Jamie's probably around 40 now, or getting close to 40. No, maybe
he's somewhere up. He's somewhere up there. I think very late 30s, I'd say. I'm going to go and see him soon. He's been threatening to visit me for like 3 years, but
don't do that. Don't let him visit you. Yeah, take control and visit him.
He's been threatening to visit me for 7 years now.
He won't do anything until both of his kids move out the house.
He was hiding in my bushes yesterday.
No, he was not. We couldn't find your bushes.
Okay. You could have lift up his belly a little. If he lifts his belly, you could find his bush.
You know what? First of all, I don't have a bush. Okay. And second of all, I can still see my dick. So
you just said you did, and I didn't say you
bushes of the house. I didn't find them in my pants.
You didn't say of the house.
You just said your bushes.
That's right.
Okay.
Right. We've yeah.
So you got the 86 your bush.
So
I got an 86 bush.
Now 86. We're going down the whole numerology thing here, where the America is freaking out about numbers and stuff, and. Dan you know that guy, the assistant deputy of FBI guy. He said they're going to start cracking down on the people who were just being silly and writing 8647 on their Twitter account. The FBI is going to pay them a visit. So
now, what am I going to do? Because my PIN number is 8647.
Oh, is that what I got to do to get a visit from him?
So I said to him, listen, if you're going to start cracking down on people who are a serious threat, the people who are doing John 3:16, they're threatening to end the fucking world. Go visit them. And in the meantime, 6947.
I think we should start with the Black Israelites. I think they should be.
Those guys scare me, dude.
Did they post anything numerological?
No, they're fucking crazy.
They're scarier than the Black Panthers.
Yeah.
So whoa. Okay. The Black Israelites I can kind of understand. Even the Nation of Islam people I can understand. But you leave the Black Panthers alone because they were the free lunch people.
What?
The Black Panthers are the free lunch people.
So they
They
bring
get
me
free
free
lunch
lunch.
for little hungry kids.
You're right, GD. I'm new to the black community. I'm still learning things. I apologize. I'll keep that in mind.
I only really know the movie, and that guy looked like a hungry kid at the end. But I don't. Did the Black Panthers go around, a bit militant in the 70s? See, I don't even know the history.
Yes,
I'm just
I
plucking
was there.
ideas.
I was there when they went around milling. See, Long Island was. I don't know if you know this about Long Island. There were race riots here in the late 60s, early 70s, and people called themselves Black Panthers.
Were they mad about the Indy 500 or the Kentucky Derby? Which race were they fighting about?
They were right about the "shut the fuck up, you fat loser" race. I'm sorry. Where's the slap tail when I need him?
He's probably sucking off another doctor so he can get another 50-cent raise.
Another doctor? What, has he sucked off a doctor previously?
Most nurses have.
This is really sickening. Steven's base has a chair, a nicer chair than I have, and I'm sitting on a bar stool, and his base, which is only like $13, has a $400 chair it sits in.
It was $90. Thank you very much. And
didn't you play bass at one point? No, you didn't play bass.
Who?
Carl.
Bass.
Oh.
Yeah, you didn't play bass. No, you played guitar. Or I thought you played bass.
I'm Johnny Be Good, but the English version. Yeah, and I play guitar. No, I did actually. No, I did. I played. The only band that I was ever allowed to be in made me play bass, and I fucking hated it. Yeah. But no, I did kind of enjoy it. And then I told the singer-songwriter his songs were awful, and then he took the bass.
Oh
back
yeah, I remember that part about telling the guy his songs were awful.
Yeah.
Now, were they awful like structurally? They were just awful like in.
It was just kind of Nirvana rip-off. It was just like quiet, loud, loud chorus, quiet. It was just too irritating for me. I don't know why.
Steven, I will say this. This is a actual nice thing I'm going to say about Steven, or maybe, I don't know. But there are so many people who don't want to play bass. They want to play guitar, and they are relegated to bass. Steven actually wanted to play bass. So good for him, because bass is a fucking great instrument.
But I don't think you appreciate it until I appreciate it now. I'm going to buy more guitars, and I think I'm going to buy a bass as well, because I appreciate the bass players now. Yeah,
Can I sell you some guitars? I gotta sell some guitars, and you're gonna buy some guitars. I gotta sell some guitars.
It took me. Let's do a deal. It took me a while but tariffs maybe. It took me a while to really appreciate the bass, and also to realize, it's quite an important fucking thing in the song.
Yeah. And if you're playing live with the band, try playing it without the bass, and you really find out quickly how girls don't get out of their chair. They're not getting out of the chair for guitars. They're getting out of the chair because their booty is shaking the boom, 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 boom. Right?
The bass and the drums. The bass and the drums are my two. They were my two favorite parts of any band I've ever seen. Has always been the bass and the drums, just because you feel it more. Like that's what you feel. Like the guitar is exciting and fun to watch.
Well,
obviously,
because you're sitting on your ass.
Yeah, I feel it in my giblets.
Yeah, I know.
I like the first note you hear when you go into a gig or whatever. The bass or the kick or something. The first thing you feel.
Yep.
I'm here. Yeah, I like it too. And then I again masturbate in public, and it.
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, I like where my bass sits because I can actually have my dick out against my bass guitar while I play. So it's nice.
Have you played this thing to an amp? Because I don't see an amp back there.
Amp. It's a tiny baby amp.
Oh, you're a size guy.
It's just what came with it.
Yeah.
No, you don't want a big fucking. You don't want to buy. There are people who start learning guitar and they buy a fucking Marshall stack, and then all their neighbors want them to die
but for a bass, you need not so much anymore. But back in the day, at least you needed a heavy magnet speaker.
It's fairly loud. It's fairly loud. It's the tones are fairly deep. It doesn't sound terrible. It gets the job done.
Come on, give us a bass concert right now. Come on, do it.
I don't know how to play anything yet. I have one bass. I have one drum track that I can do some exercises to. That's about
right.
it.
We got you in 1 month. You need to come back with at least the main bass line of a song that you love.
You're not playing.
See, this is when I was probably playing guitar or bass for a couple of days. I mean, literally, as soon as I brought it to school, my friend said, "You got a guitar? Bring it to school." And I bring it to school, and the first thing they teach me is like smoke on the water. don't, 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 don't.
Yeah, we know how it goes. No, you don't have to do it.
Okay, and then they teach me.
So you went to school with a bunch of white guys, is what you're saying?
Yeah, I did. When I started playing when I bought my first guitar, yeah, my school was like 96% white.
Yeah, because you could tell right away if they're making you play those two songs. First of all, those are probably the two of the whitest songs ever written. Smoke on the Water and 25 or 64, which Steven didn't even know.
I wouldn't say 25 or 64 is one of the whitest songs.
Too.
I would say one of the whitest songs is Freebird, and then Give Me 3 Steps.
That's probably you're up there. Those are definitely in the top 10 without a doubt.
No, they are the top 10. Those two songs are the top 10.
To answer your questions,
Sweet Hole Alabama.
Everything I've learned, everything that I've been watching to learn, I've not used a pick once.
Have you slapped that bitch?
I've not slapped her yet. No.
Have you tickled it a little?
I have tickled her a bit. Yeah.
Okay.
It's good to learn now.
In fact, these two fingers in particular.
I gotta tell you, I'm not proud of this. My slapping technique sucks. So I'm the worst slapper. It's a wrist thing, and my wrist, because of this, I'm used to this, not this.
I'm still learning, just plucking and.
For the people on the radio, I just made a jerking off gesture to demonstrate how my wrist works.
Yes.
Okay.
It's going to be easier now, though, with there's rabbit holes of fucking YouTube videos. You'll find some crazy guy that's just like, bass, let's go.
I found a couple YouTube channels that are strictly dedicated to teaching bass and learning bass and all that. So
you got to go with Sapko. Have you are you on Sapko's channel, Danny Sapko?
No, but I can't be.
Carl, you would interpret for this guy, Danny. Are you familiar with Danny Sapko? I'm not sure. He's definitely
Sapko
in the British.
Oh, Sapko.
Yeah, Sapko. But
yeah,
I can't understand. I can't determine whether he's Irish, Scottish, English. What he called bass, BEHS, bass. But the way he talks, it's like just so.
Okay, he's from the north. I've just played a little bit. He's from the northeast of England. He's a Geordie. He's from Newcastle. I'm not going to say which city because make it crazy, but Newcastle, Sunderland, northeast. This is a bass.
Yeah, he's a great bass player.
Him less and less of a joke. I think he's Geordie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been following Low End University and Scott's bass lessons.
Get on Adam Neely too. Adam Neely. Look for Adam Neely. Adam Neely's a fucking monster. Anyway, welcome to Way to Learn Bass.
You should also check out GD Fenderson's Don't Let This Happen to You. my bass lessons. Don't let this happen to you. It's 2 easy lessons how not to be a bass player. Just watch the 2-minute videos and don't do any of the things I'm doing. You'll be fine.
I would consult with Blind Mike before doing that. Just ask him if he's checked those out for you, because Blind Mike is my go-to for all things GD Fenderson.
Now he has a GD Whisperer. Some guy, I forgot his name already. He emailed me a couple of times with questions that Blind Mike wanted to ask about stuff I did. And I said, I'm not going to answer. No, first I said, why would I answer that when the whole point of me doing it was so that people would have to think about it? I said, and if you don't think about it, you're not going to. I said, you won't have earned it. I said, and so I said, I'll tell you what, I'm going to do this. I will answer that question for you.
Wow. And the question was, how long is it?
No, they did some. I teased something earlier in the show, what I answered like maybe a half an hour later. Okay, and it wasn't for the audience. I didn't do it for the live audience. I actually did it for the video audience. I made a comment in the video in the video, the closed caption comment that actually gets answered later on in the show, and I'm trying. Okay, in the video, I'm acting. I'm doing an act out, and in the act out, I'm urinating and looking at the crossword puzzle on the back of the toilet as I pee. And I just think out loud. Well, I think to in the comments, 6 down. What is Trump's Native American name? That's it. And then they go on for like a half an hour. I don't understand. What's 6 down? What is Trump's Native American name? What's the joke? And they go, and it's like, it's something that I answer much later in the show.
Was it
Mannequin pussy?
Yeah.
No, that's his birth name.
Oh, is it
Vagina?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, that's his daughter's birth name. Eric. Daughter Eric.
All right. I want to talk about to Carl about something. If you guys don't mind, can I talk to Carl about something? Carl's the guest.
All of us. Carl shows up. You got to talk to him. Go ahead. Sure. Talk to Carl.
Carl, you familiar with a guy named Tim Dillon? I think you're familiar with the guy named Tim Dillon, right?
Yes, sir.
So yesterday, somebody was sharing a video. He was on CNN, and the person asked him if podcasting is becoming the new establishment. And he started his answer by saying, well, people are just saying that because Kamala lost and they're trying to make excuses for why she lost. It's like, wait a minute. The people have been saying this long before Kamala Harris was ever running for president. And people have been saying it for over a decade. I think she was barely a senator when they started. So what does that have to do with the question? It just seemed like he was trying to avoid.
Well, it was in context of the interviewer trying to frame everything about a new right-wing power podcast thing.
I didn't see that part of it. I didn't see
it's an hour. It's an hour and 10-minute interview. So that's the woman they send into cults and stuff. So we talked about this a few weeks ago, and I think he's made them release the whole hour because then you see the context. Yeah, I mean, right. I listened to some of it as I fell asleep last night, actually. So,
so do you negate this idea that podcasting is becoming the new mainstream?
It's not an establishment, but yeah, it's they're big platforms. More people watch and listen to podcasts than they do watch the news.
Right. Nobody's listening to CNN, right? We find out about CNN when podcasters go back and say, look what they said on CNN last night.
Yeah,
right?
Nobody watches TV, the new, it's gone. And in 10 more years, when more old people die, there'll be less and less people paying attention.
Not if Jesse Waters has his way. He wants to have lots of babies so that we keep having more people.
More CNN and Fox.
People there. Yeah.
Just filling the world with shit.
What I'm just trying to wrap my head around what exactly establishment means, because he did.
Well, he asked about
stuff. Like, what CIA? That's not.
Yeah, but he said, do you think the intelligence services, not Democrats, but intelligence services, all the traditional media are more powerful than, or not as powerful as Theo Von? It was trying to be funny. He was just saying.
Yeah, but then when he said CIA, I was like, well, that's a whole other thing. We're talking about media establishment, not the whatever you want to call the deep state or the
Yeah, but that's what he's been talking about, the CIA and deep state for 10 years.
That's I know, but the question was about podcasting, and that's where I'm like, I do think podcasting is far more powerful than CNN and MSNBC.
Well, there's some big platforms, and more people tune into them. So that's it. But I just don't think it matters. Who cares?
Yeah, I agree to an extent, but like when you have somebody like Alex Jones who can have 3 million people tuning in, to watch his bullshit, that's pretty influential and powerful shit. I mean, when you're averaging,
I don't think Alex Jones shouldn't have a platform.
No, neither do I.
I'm beginning to think that, because I hadn't even given this any thought until you guys started talking about it, but it seems like the podcasts are more prevalent than newscasts, is because podcasts can touch an emotional nerve, and newscasts are supposed to be emotionless. It's supposed to be a good one. It's supposed to be all about the news and not trying to
Has it been for
I said supposed years? To be.
Yeah, 30 or 40 years.
The other issue why people are more drawn to podcasts, I think, as well, is that because when you see the news or like an election debate, it's like these little snippets. They're going to have someone on about this topic. You get 3 minutes, go.
Right.
And they might speak to someone for 20 minutes. They edit everything out. So if you have someone talking for 1, 2, 3 hours, it's more interesting to me. It doesn't really matter whether something's leaning this way or that way, or they're more conspiracy laden, whatever the platform is, right? But it's more interesting to me that someone talks about something for longer.
I think television, as time goes by, becomes more and more plastic, more and more phony. When people are talking on the internet, they sound more like regular people. That
It can be the same. It can be the same for sports as well, right? There's a legacy that, I mean, the Israeli intelligence agency has just removed the major BBC Sports football broadcaster because he criticized Israel online. So they finally got him fired. I'm joking,
Yeah,
I'm joking, guys. Israel's got their fingers in all kinds of things. But he is now left. He set up his own production company, and now he heads up a series of podcasts. So he's got a football podcast, right, which is now being bigger and getting more views than the biggest BBC football show. And he also has a politics thing and something else, and he's just recruiting experts from those fields to set up this thing. So he owns this network of podcasts now. So he's not got fired, but he's left over. He shared some pro Hamas thing, anti-Israel thing. So he's left. But I prefer whatever kind of media or subject it is, whether it's sports, even politics, comedy. I prefer podcasts because you just get a better conversation. And there's shit in all that. There's stuff you'll hate. There's stuff you'll love. There's people on this side of politics or that side. I don't really care what side of politics someone's on, but
I'd be interested to see how Rogan would answer that question, because for years Rogan has been bragging about how he's more influential than like CNN or all this kind of stuff. But recently, in the last couple of years, he's been bought by a major corporation. And I think once you get bought by a major corporation, even though they're not censoring him, you're no longer independent media, especially. And I would say that even about this tiny little bullshit program is once you start taking sponsorship from people and reading sponsored ads, you're not independent media. You're not free from any kind of.
Well, it's independent in that you're not working for a corporation and they're taking the ad money. I think that's the independence of it, right?
Yeah.
So if you get hired by an organization and you read their ads, they're taking all the ad money. You're getting a salary.
I'm under the 30 cents a month that I'm getting from the Daily High Club here. I'm under the pressure not to say anything to offend potheads.
Israel don't own the Daily High Club. You just need to avoid criticizing the Jews. Napo, that's all you've got to do, man.
So part of Jesse Waters talking about we need to have more babies. He's saying the left wants to destroy civilization, and by all the things they're introducing, like cannabis. Like, really, cannabis is going to destroy something that has been around for thousands.
Is cannabis
of years?
Left wing?
Yeah, according to Jesse, it is.
Isn't everyone just getting high and fucked up?
I know most of the Trumpers I know and hard right wing people. The core of the Republican Party are all potheads, and most of them were dealers. Most of Mikey and Ralph are both.
Yeah, I don't think politics doesn't affect how much fun you have. I don't think everyone's taking coke, weed, or booze.
Yeah,
it just affects who you sell to. I'm just teasing, because my brother was a huge racist in high school, but he would sell pot to anybody. He didn't care. He'd take your money. It didn't matter what color you were.
Did he sell bags or did he sell loose joints?
Oh no, bags and
Mikey made his empire
well.
selling loose joints. He would buy, starting in ninth grade, I think, he would buy an ounce of weed, roll it all into really skinny joints, sell them for $1 a piece. So out of a $30, and this is how different thing, $30 an ounce, he would get like $250 in selling joints. It's
my brother used to sell nickel bags. Matter of fact, they call him the nickel nigger, because that was.
You can't say nickel on this program.
That was his brand, though. He was the nickel nigger.
You can't say nickel. I just said you can't say nickel.
Sorry.
Nickel Heil Hitler? Is that the new song?
No, I miss this whole Heil Hitler thing, this Kanye thing, and apparently I can't hear it anywhere. But apparently there's a.
I hear it everywhere. It's on Instagram Reels all day.
Really?
Oh,
well,
yeah.
I'm not on Instagram. I have Instagram muted because we generally broadcast there. We're not broadcasting there today, though. We are using two Twitter handles at once, mine and Steven. So
hello, Steven and Mind Dogs.
I wanted to see if we could get away
followers.
with that. Apparently, Musk hasn't cracked down on it yet, so we're streaming the two different
That's
Twitter
because we
channels.
haven't said anything bad about Musk yet. If we start talking shit about Musk or Trump, then it'll be like.
So you hear it every day on Instagram. And I gotta unmute it and find out because not that I want to give him any more, but according to what I heard yesterday, it's just Hi Hitler, Hi
It's
Hitler,
a
Hi Hitler.
fucking good song. It's a fucking good song, and I mean it. It's a good song. Should he have used that for the chorus? Maybe not. You know, maybe gone. The breakdown's great, and he's got 50 black guys singing what they're singing. It's interesting. It's an interesting piece.
Where did he find 50 black guys? I guess if you pay him enough. Yeah.
We're in LA.
Yeah, I was gonna say to be on the Kanye song. Yeah, to do
He's got a lot of fans. They're probably like, yeah, we'll come and work. We'll come sing for Kanye. Why not?
Wow.
Wild, man.
I don't really have a problem with what he's doing, by the way. He's a little bit unwell. He's and he's trolling as well, and he's mad.
Is still polite. A little bit unwell. The motherfucker.
He's a little bit unwell, and he's mad. That's it. I can't get angry.
Crazy, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let him go.
Yeah, as we would say, as we would say in the south of Baltimore, somebody need to put that coon down.
Whoa!
I got no hate.
I'm new to the black community, but I haven't heard that one yet. So
that coon got mange. Put him down.
Now, Stephen, you say this is the second time you said new to the black community.
I am.
Have you just changed race or something, and we don't know about it?
He doesn't even have his black card yet. He can't even say nigger.
My
he can't
people
even
have been accepted into their people, and there's a welcoming process. There's a learning process. I'm getting there. I have to go to my first cookout. So we'll get there.
You have to go to your first cookout. Sign up. I'm just curious. How'd you get involved in this whole black community thing?
The red beard.
You have to when you go to your first cookout, don't put raisins in the potato salad.
That's disgusting. I don't fucking do that anyway. That's gross.
I did hear that that there's a section of the black community that are accepting ginger white people into
this is what Stephen's trying to say, that all gingers are now black.
I even found a white ginger rapper the other day who says the N-word about 73 times in his song, and all these black people are reacting videos to it, and they're all fucking loving it, and they're like, this dude's blacker than some of the black dudes I've heard rap. And I'm like,
they're gonna love it if it comes from the heart, right? It's gonna be white people that get mad at that.
What's the N-word you're speaking of? Is it Napo?
Nickelback.
Yep, that's
Are they still a thing? They're done, right? They're done.
No, they're still a thing.
No,
they're still going. Stanhope had one of them on his show a couple of years ago, right? During COVID, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, they're still. I think they're making new music now.
Stop. Okay, first of all, they never made music. Okay, so they can't be making new music when they never made music.
I think the hate was overrated. Those two songs, man. Come on, when they come on now, you're like, yeah, okay, this was fine.
Nickelback and Creed both get way too much hate.
Somebody says it's cool until he says it 75 times.
You're talking Nickelback. You can't say Nickelback 75 times.
I think she's talking about
Tarantino movies are good, and there's lots of people dropping that. Who cares? It's a song. It's a book. Like it or not, just nobody should get angry over these things.
There is if you deny this, we're gonna fight. There is a movement to normalize Hitler and make him palatable. Like he wasn't such a
I was just looking at his paintings, and they're pretty good, right?
Painting? I've never seen.
Google Hitler's paintings. I've just done it right before the show. They're pretty good. A lot of buildings.
Now, are they better than George Bush's paintings of feet? Because I'm just saying, if we're going to put Hitler's paintings up, then we need to put George Bush's paintings up. And I'm not comparing the two of them politically.
There's a lot of mountainscapes in Austria.
If somebody would have told Hitler in the 40s that his paintings were good, none of that would have happened.
Man, or giving him a hand job in the back of an early Volkswagen or something.
Yeah,
some of these look pretty good, I have to admit.
Yeah. Can we agree?
I could not do some of this on myself at this point in my
George Bush is a bad man. They're bad. They look like a.
But you're saying that Hitler's better than George Bush?
Yes, I am.
I'm just not certain on the history of this.
Go Europe.
I think he went to 4 years of art school, right? Because I think at 4 years of art school.
So, yeah.
He was an aspiring artist, and then I guess he went to war in World War I, right? Yeah.
Yeah, some good work here. I would like to, I'm not gonna fucking.
Well, I always
Hitler's paintings.
Hitler was a great man of history. Now that could get clipped in the wrong way. He was a great man of history, right? Very smart, did a lot of smart things.
He was a student of history.
Don't touch my fucking buttons, you fucking button pushing fuck.
It's not me. I don't have my hands on the mouse. It was the other black guy.
He's trying to distract from the Hitler talk.
No, I think it's pretty well known. Hitler was a student of history, student of art.
Well,
he was appreciative of those things.
Before I went to uni, I did this history class, and the teacher really fucking was not into Hitler, but it's quite common. But we studied the rise of Hitler, and I actually, for the first time, I got really interested in history. I was like, wow, really? Yeah. All the little details and machinations of getting the power. It was great.
And
he went a bit far.
He played up that injury like that was his thing. Like a bomb went off near him or something. His leg got.
Well, he had a very tough job. He was probably a brave man. In World War I, he was running messages through the trenches, back and forth. Very dangerous. So you got to respect him. He's a veteran. You like veterans?
Watching the rise of Hitler.
No, Carl's comfort with the history of Hitler should not trouble us. A lot of people have. Listen, you can't ignore history. It's history.
Both my granddads fought, for this side. So
here's the thing, though: if anyone's going to complain about this conversation or anything, you better have complained when Tom Segura bought Bert Kreischer a Hitler cup. Because
I thought that was quite nice.
I thought that was cool. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not a fan of Hitler, but to have that like on your shelf would be like,
yeah, man,
that's kind of cool.
I see most normal people who are not pedophiles. I'm including you and Carl, of course. But
wow, son of a bitch.
What? Most people don't know about. Don't even know Tom Segura bought Bert Kreischer or anything.
That's one of the most. That's one of his most popular clips all over social media.
Back when I used to work for a company that rhymes with Comcast, I had a service call, and the guy did not want me actually to come in his house because of my skin color, and requested a white guy come to his house. And my supervisor, to his credit, says, "You get what we send you. If he wasn't qualified to fix it, we wouldn't have sent him." And so I go in, and I'm seeing all of this Hitler paraphernalia in like an enclosed glass thing. And I'm saying Hitler, I'm saying Nazi, like World War II stuff, but it's all Nazi stuff, like plates and stuff. And I wanted to touch one. It's like, because it was history, It's like, I wanted to touch one of the plates. And I really wanted to, but I just knew if I asked to touch one of the plates, he'd say like, "Nigga, please." I just knew that was and I knew that was just something he was waiting to say. He was waiting to say, and he just was waiting for the appropriate moment. He was like holding on to that card, and he's like hoping that I'm asking to touch his plate. It's like, please, has to touch my plate.
I don't know why I had this. I don't know why I had this vision, but I promise you, this popped into my mind of you touching the plate, and then this spark of electricity going into you, and you become this new super black Hitler, and you have a little
super black Hitler.
That's what happened to Kanye. Maybe
Kanye. I think he got a diamond encrusted swastika here, and now I don't know. There's some Marvel TV show in there.
Oh my God, he's got this. He's a new Infinity Stone.
I'm a little bit inspired, but I know AI would shut me down.
Infinity Stone.
But if I want AI or somebody who's a good enough visual artist in drawing to draw me an image or create an image of super black Hitler.
You could try. I would say give Grok a go, because Grok tends to be more liberal in what the art it would produce.
I think
Grok
right now.
What I want, and this because I've been trying to create this myself.
In the prompt, hold on, let me get Steven doing a prompt. I got Steven in the prompt. Make sure it's 300 DPI so I can print it on a T-shirt. That's all. If we get an image, I want to be able to print it and sell it.
Diamond encrusted swastika on forehead.
I wonder if the store won't even let me put it in the store, right? They'll say, "Well, that's."
It depends. Are you using real diamonds or fake diamonds?
Oh, it's making an image. Let's see what it does.
Oh.
Whoa!
If it's a picture of you with a ginger beard, that'd be good. Black Hitler. Here you go.
Hold on. It just gave
Super me Black Hitler, not just any Black Hitler. Super Black Hitler.
He can fly.
Then that leaves out Kanye because he didn't. That was not I Believe I Can Fly, right? Who was that? Who was I Could Believe I Can Fly guy?
Wasn't it R. Kelly? No, it wasn't R. Kelly. I Believe I Can Fly. Yeah, no.
I thought it was. Kelly, I was thinking R. Kelly, but
yeah.
And by the way, we knew he was pissing on teenagers when he released that song. Everyone knew, or it was a few years later, right? But everyone just went, "Oh yeah, he pisses on teenagers," and then the whole world left into it for 10 years.
But that was back when the original lyrics was "I relieve through my fly." But
yes,
then he changed, yes.
They made him rewrite it. Like they made Paul McCartney write "Get Back" to not be racist.
Yeah, let's say "Get Black." No.
So it's not telling me no, but it's like, so I said, create me an image of super black Hitler, and it just gave me Hitler in a crown.
Well, fuck you, first of all, because I told you to include 300 DPI in the prompt, and you just
did.
No, you didn't. You just read your prompt.
It'll probably be good. It'll probably be good enough to print. It'll probably be good enough to print.
But then I said, and then I just simplified it. Said, make Hitler a black man in a Superman costume, and then it just gave me a black man in a Superman costume, and then regular Superman.
But I feel we can get there with the prompt engineering, right? We can get there with the right prompts. I believe in
blackface. Do Hitler in blackface, and then just superimpose that onto a Nazi S. Instead of the S, it'd be a swastika.
You know, remember Steve Grillo we had on the program, Gorilla Boy from Howard Stern? Mm-hmm. He's bringing up, for some reason, that Howard Stern did blackface 20 years ago now on his television show. Like, everybody knew about that. There's nothing new about it. Like, why bring that up now? And what is you know, I know he's got a bone to pick with Stern, but like, it's like saying that Stephen diddles kids. Like, everybody knows that. Why are you bringing that up now? I don't know.
Maybe it's an anniversary. Maybe it's an anniversary of it.
So Grok is stifling my free speech. It created. I saw the top, saw his head, and then it just blocked the whole image. But I saw it was Hitler in blackface. He had what's his name? Black rapper dude had like his hair was crazy. I can't remember his name.
That's right.
Julio.
You're not going to be able to see
how the fuck did I know that? I don't even know any black rappers' names.
No.
You're not going to be able to see
something is seeping in subconsciously.
They've kind of made him just like Superman, but with electricity. But I'll work on it. I'll get it. I'll get Super Black Hitler.
But I saw his head. It was Hitler with Coolio's hair, and it got to like right here, and I saw the red from the Superman, and then it just blocked the whole
Ghost, you should have been a fucking lawyer, man. You should have been a lawyer.
Kelly was simply offering medical aid to dozens of teens who had been stung by jellyfish.
Yeah, I agree.
Piss is.
And then we could all listen to his phenomenal playlist with pride instead of hiding it.
Piss is a remedy for jellyfish sting.
I think it's a myth, but it's a well-known myth.
It's one of those myths that if you get stung by jellyfish, that's the first thing they're going to do, whether it works or not. So that people can piss on you.
It's one of those things that's based, I think, like mildly in truth. Like I think ammonia is used to treat a sting, but I don't think there's enough ammonia in our piss. Yeah, there's not enough in the piss to actually do anything.
Which is why you have to have a group of people piss on you.
You just think of piss and you're in pain is what really happens. And you're on the beach, there's sand everywhere. There's sand in your pussy.
I'm troubled by this because I'm the only one of the four of us here who actually lives like in the world of jellyfish. There's jellyfish all over my beach in the South Shore all the time. You guys aren't like jellyfish people. You don't swim among jellyfish. I'm the only one who did not know about the piss.
What are you talking about? I live within hours of a bay.
But it's also kind of like, I feel like it's common knowledge. Like I've seen it on TV shows. It's referenced all the time.
So I get it. You guys know about this. I live among the jellyfish. There are jellyfish literally 200 yards from me right now. And I never knew.
The jellyfish.
You should have known. You should have known about this. You know.
I agree. I should have.
Yeah, jellyfish whisperer.
Somebody neglected to tell me about the jellyfish.
If you hear a kid screaming from the beach, run down there and piss on that kid. No, just in case it's a jellyfish.
What if it's a shark bite? Won't that sting?
Yeah, piss on shit. You shit on the shark bite.
Shit on the shark bite. Piss on the jellyfish.
Rub it in.
And then I will be sharing a jail cell with Steven at the end of the day. What are you in for?
Co-evolution.
Steven, like I came on a kid. Well, same thing.
No, I don't do that. Come on.
Oh. I'm sorry.
You sound so cute when you say that, like you say it to a little kid.
He sounded very childlike when he
very childlike. When he says that.
Well, everyone sounds childlike when you're fucking 90 and near death.
I'm going to take a shot of cachaça, sugarcane spirit from Brazil. Yes, I brought a ton of it back.
Hold on. Wait a second. Well, let's do this together, baby. Come on.
Oh, shit. What have you got? What's in there?
I'm just going to get high.
Yes. Let's go.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers.
That shit's strong, man.
That Popov vodka, really good in the coffee this morning. Somebody said, I'm inviting you guys to piss on me. No, I'm not. I really don't like piss. I don't.
The reason I knew about Oslo and Bergen is because Hack Oddity and I were planning to go and visit Andrews and Stanhope in Norway, but we couldn't get ourselves organized. But however, I am spending the weekend with Hack Oddity this weekend, from Friday to Sunday until we kill each other.
Could you ask him to please come on the program? So it's been like 2 years since he's been on the program.
I will ask him for sure. Now we could make a drunken and high decision to look for a last minute flight to Norway, so we still might go, or Sweden, whatever.
Carl, you have just inspired me. You haven't, because I never thought of this, but now I saw that yours is engraved. I'm going to get this engraved with a bump for the Lord. Have a bump for the Lord. This
was pre-engraved from where I got it from a cachaçaria in somewhere deep in the state of Rio in Brazil.
Okay, no, I'm just going to take this to like a Hallmark place or some place where they like things remembered where they engrave.
I'll probably have to learn how to engrave, but if I can, I'm going to send you one that says Super Black Hitler.
I
don't think I can send that.
I have engraving tools here. My hand isn't as steady as it used to be.
I'm going to learn the Dremel, especially for this.
Carry that bitch everywhere.
Because I used to engrave I used to do calligraphy, and so I used to do initials and stuff on things. But
how come nobody busts his balls about all the things he used to do? If I say I used to do something, everyone,
but with my dog, with you, it's everything. Like my hair specialist is an argument about cancer. I know about dementia. I used to I work in the morgue. You've got a long list of everything.
The morgue and the dementia stuff I'll go hand in hand, but
and the sheer fact that I look like a Jamaican, they think I should have 15 jobs anyway. Man.
I really wanted to do patois then. I really wanted to break into patois, but I'm not going to.
I'm kind of excited to see Stanhope posting pictures of him and Andy doing comedy, and you and Hack Oddity in the photo.
Well, the plan was to at least go and have some drinks with them, but we might make a crazy decision on Friday. Let's see. At the moment,
we've already made the decision. You have to go. Don't. Look, Steven's pondering.
Maybe we could raise a GoFundMe to get us there, but I'll see. I'll see how he's feeling. Hack's an anxious man, but if we can get him to just say, look, let's just go tomorrow, we can get there for 200. Let's go.
GoFundMe's only work if you're super racist.
That's true.
Super keep coming up here. It's like everything has to be super. Why can't anything just be racist? Or
because I don't know. Personally, I just think putting it in front of words that makes it funnier. Super dead.
Uber is just use their native tongue. Uber
dead.
But if you overdo super, then nothing. It loses its power.
Because you've got super duper after that, and then you've got marvelous, and you've got
incredible.
Well, see, Incredible showed that if once everything is super, then nobody's super. That was like the whole premise of The Incredibles.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right. All right, I'll keep getting. Who's messaging me now? Leave me alone. I'm on.
It's probably somebody who heard that you were dying and they want to know where to send the video tribute to you. And I told you, if you were listening, post it on his Facebook page. Keep it under a minute and keep the swear words within community standards.
I gotta say, my family has a long history of saying they want to die, but when it comes down to the last minute of life, they want to keep going. They're like, "Where's the doctor? You've been saying you want to die for 20." So I question my own how genuine I'm being when I say I'm ready to die.
Everyone questions it. We said before, when the guys that survived jumping off the Golden Gate Bridge, right? And they all said, "Yeah, I changed my mind halfway down, but then I broke my fucking back on the water."
Yeah,
not good.
But I'm not committing suicide. Don't get me wrong. I'm not. I don't have. I'm too much of a pussy for that. I can't.
Not only that, but Matt's afraid of going to hell.
No, I know I'm going to hell. There's no if ends or if there is such a thing as heaven and hell. I'm definitely going downtown. My ticket has been punched for that.
Well, you can't go deeper, right? If you think you're going to hell and you commit suicide, you're not going deeper
depends
into
if
hell,
it's
right?
Dante's Inferno. There's 7 layers, right?
No, you're talking about Dante's
What
birthday
difference
cake.
does it make?
That's Dante's birthday cake. That has 7 layers.
Yeah, I don't see
Yeah,
any.
but I still think hell is propaganda from the other side. It's just like, well, is it really that bad? It's like someone saying, don't go to Paris because there's too many Africans or something now. Hell's probably fun.
Can't be any worse than some of the things I've experienced in this realm.
Why would Satan punish you for doing cool shit, right? He wants you to sin. He didn't want to punish you. You're going to go down. He's going to high five. You're going to get bourbon. There's going to be strippers there.
That's an interesting take on it.
Part of me thinks that it's like reincarnation, and like you don't get to go to heaven till you're good, and then this is actually hell. That's why life sucks for most people. You're stuck here till you're good.
Steven is a murderer. He just killed his fucking show. You see that?
I was thinking about it.
Hell yeah.
All right. I guess we're done then.
So, Carl, I'm just curious because I just realized, not just realized, but earlier I realized that Steven's bass, his $13 bass, is sitting in a $400 chair, and I have to sit on a bar stool with that looks like this now. Okay, so
it's not a bar stool. That's a drum stool. What do you call it? A bar stool? It's not a bar stool.
Because
it's a throne. Actually, is what it's called. A throne, not a stool.
Yeah, my chair's not good, to be honest.
Going to shit.
Yeah, it just fell apart. Yeah.
Yeah, no. You need a new chair. Come on.
Yeah.
This happened with Brett Brock. He brought a new chair finally because it collapsed on the stream, and he brought a leather jacket and a chair probably when 9/11 happened, and he still had those last year, and then they went the same way.
Brett Brock. Craig Johnson posted a picture of Brett Brock.
Yeah, in Taos, right?
In Taos, yeah.
Yeah.
I want to see some comedian. Maybe was it Andy? I don't know.
It was Stanhope and Andy. It was on this tour.
Okay, but I would not have recognized. I would have walked right past Brett Brock and not recognized it. He's had a transformation to some kind of, I don't know, mountain man or something, right?
I think the clothes are because he rarely leaves his house in Nashville. So when he flies, which now all of his dogs are dead, he can travel. So, but he's wearing the clothes. Brett Brock is a thrifty man, right? The only things he ever paid for before his dogs were died were beer and dog food. That's the only thing his house was paid for. Now the dogs are dead, but his clothes are still whatever he had 20 years ago.
But he's got like a long hair and a big beard.
He changes his look from time to time. I've not caught him. I'm thinking of going to see him though. I need to come to America. Things keep getting in the way.
I mean, then
you made that movie already. You making a sequel, a third one?
Come to America 3, but with a white guy. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah. Coming to take back the country.
Yeah, well, I came to inspect it. My last time in New York was it was called the Colony Inspection. This time
that would be a good comedy tour, the Colony Inspection tour.
Yeah.
You come to America, you tour all the states, colony inspection tour.
I'm going to try and come and do something probably in New Mexico.
You've got to add one more word so you can make the acronym CLIT.
New Mexico. Yes. Everybody's going to New Mexico pretty soon.
Well, only because I've heard a lot of good things about Taos and the surrounding areas are pretty good to go.
Let me know when you go to New Mexico. I'll do my best to meet you out there. Maybe we can do a show.
I'm sure I won't only go to one place. I'll probably.
That's fine. That's fine.
New York.
I won't go to more than one place either because I'm just trying to do comedy in all 50 states. And I need an excuse to go to places.
Once I get my vehicle, I'll have money to travel again. So I'll be.
Where are you, Stephen?
I'm in Indiana.
Indiana, yeah. I need to look at a map. I've heard of it.
Yeah, I'm in the comedy capital of the world, Westminster, Maryland. I'm sorry, the comedy capital.
You're way up there.
Couch has some special memories for me.
Couch.
Taos, yeah.
Is that where the Chinese took you when they kidnapped you?
No, not at all. That's when Julia Roberts kissed me. I don't know why. We were both drunk. She
probably thought you were Bruce Willis.
But no, I don't know. She was just being silly and like doing something with her friends and used me as a prop. But as a young man, it was interesting for me. But then there was the time when I had oral sex in Taos.
Which way?
Giving or receiving or getting?
You didn't hear me. You thought I said oral. I said oral.
Oral.
I was getting hard for no reason.
Still giving or getting. Still giving or getting.
Oral is neither giving or getting. It's sharing. It is you don't touch each other. You kind of
like tantric sex.
No, it's not tantric. It's just like energy.
I got to admit, I got a hard on. I didn't come, but this girl.
Well, yeah, because you were focusing on it still. Like it's, I don't know.
She was hot.
She was one of the cult people, and we were doing a show in Santa Fe, and then she invited me down up to Taos to kind of check out her hometown, and then something happened, and we ended up having oral sex, and it was just like I really want to fuck you, but no.
See, I think you should. I think what you should have said to her is very simple. It's like we need a baseline. So that we have something to compare this to.
What I said was more appropriate. I really want to fuck you. But
it didn't work. That's what I'm saying.
Taos looks like it's on Tatooine. Google some Star Wars buildings there.
But so she doesn't fuck. Apparently, all she does. Now this was 35 years ago. Maybe she fucked by now, or maybe she's done now. Fucking. She's done by fucking.
She's probably done. Yeah. She's very sad. It's the menopause.
It's probably sad she wasted the good years just going instead of actually
been here for a long time, because there's a reason that STDs and UTIs and STUs and SUVs are so prevalent in senior homes.
Yeah. I've heard this too.
Yeah, no, I've seen it. Yeah, I used to live
I think Down syndrome homes and senior homes are the two places where there's a lot of action.
I heard Down syndrome homes get really gross.
They like to fuck, yeah.
You guys are just spreading false misinformation on here. This is
no, it's not misinformation. These are provable.
If you watch
information show.
These are provable, measurable facts.
My wife has spent the last 30 years working in nursing homes. I spend 3 days a week visiting nursing homes and doing.
They're not going to fuck while you're playing.
They will fucking jerk off and stuff. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of masturbation going on.
But you don't get a lot of STDs from masturbation.
That's right. But there are not a lot of STDs going on, or there's other things going on there. But there are some horny old men. The women are not letting them in. They're just because they're all dried up. It's like a dust fucking bar.
I mean, that's probably true, but like if you watch Love on the Spectrum, you know who most of these autistic people are hooking up with? Down syndrome dudes. And chicks.
Well, that's different than old people.
In Florida,
old women want sex until it gets close enough. They want touching. They want, but what the vagina is a fucking dust storm ready to happen. It's fucking drier than the Arizona desert.
You can buy things.
Yeah,
you buy lube at a Swiffer and you go to town.
No.
If you live in Florida, it's like so common. It's so common to hear about the outbreaks of syphilis and gonorrhea and chlamydia in senior homes. It's almost like it's like Amber Alerts in New York. Okay, it just happens so frequently that people don't even notice it anymore. So in Florida, you have STDs in senior homes, and you have what they call silver alerts. Where senior citizens go missing.
I definitely that's not misinformation, but the other stuff is misinformation.
No, it's not misinformation.
Syphilis and gonorrhea have been gone pretty much for the last.
That's why I also included chlamydia. That's why I also included chlamydia.
Common infections include gonorrhea, chlamydia, and syphilis. 25% of elderly residents in nursing homes have reported having an STD. I'm researching right now.
Although I will say 25%.
Your browser history must look fucking amazing.
Super Hitler. The old people have gonorrhea. Yeah.
Well, you know what though? I feel like if 25% almost sounds low. I mean, I'm sure that's right. I'm just saying I would have guessed. That's reported. True. But I would have guessed a higher number.
Also, you have to live long enough. You have to live long enough. For some of them, that's like their last moment. You know, they're like, ugh.
True.
So you got something to look forward to when you go in a home, Napo, you can fuck.
I go to the homes all the time, and it's not uncommon.
Yeah, but I mean, live there.
When I'm doing the strolling stuff, when I'm doing this, Steven, shut the fuck up when I'm talking. Thank you. I forgot what I was saying. Oh, when I'm doing the strolling stuff, I walk to take my guitar and I'm walking into their bedroom. Yeah. And there's lots of times when I'm walking in and the sheets going blah, 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 blah. Yeah. So I know they're fucking beating off their little noodles lots of times, but
But it's at nighttime when there's no fucking staff. You know, there's just one guy who doesn't care. They're on the phone. That's when they're going to be sneaking.
I did a show recently. It was in the lobby, and everybody was listening to me from their bedrooms. Like they didn't come out of their bedroom, but I was hearing the applause from different bedrooms and stuff. But nobody was actually allowed out because it was already dark out. GD wants you to know he can't play guitar, so he's showing you how fucking.
He's playing A.
I'm a minstrel black. I'm a minstrel Matt. I'm going to room singing songs for old people.
He's hitting an A power chord there, I believe.
Yeah, no. He's playing
it would be an A if this was tuned
X
up.
minor sharp 13th.
This would be an A if this was in tune. I don't think it's in tune because I haven't played this one for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Just to prove I can play.
I promise you, I could take every one of my 97 guitars out of the case, and they will all be at least within tuning, within a quarter of tone of being perfectly in tune.
Well, this guitar, which was my first real electric guitar, was notoriously bad for staying in tune.
No. My first,
and most of that was because of me. I used to do things to it that it just couldn't stay in tune.
All right. So now, Carl, when you come to America, are you gonna say hello to Pedal Boy and Bad Guitar Player?
Yeah, I've got to figure out what's going to happen. I will come. I'll probably do 2 trips close together like I did last time within a few months.
Let's look up a show in New York. You guys can come here and do a show at maybe the Giggle Room or Giggle Snatch or
yeah.
The place.
Well, on one of them, I'll definitely drop into New York, and I'll probably then go somewhere else. And whether that's I might go and see Brett, or I might.
We can perform at Sticks and Stones. We have a standing invite, right?
I'm not even sure Sticks and Stones is still fucking open. I ought to check on it. I don't know what the hell's going on with Sticks and Stones. Like,
was that the newer one in Long Island, or
it's the one in the Hamptons? The Hamptons Comedy Festival, but
they just promoted the show. They still perform. They're still open. They just perform. They just opened. What's her face? Abby just reached out to me last night. She said that she apologized for being unavailable. She was on a 2-month tour.
2-month tour.
Two 1-month tours back to back. I think is what she said.
I think she's lying to you.
I just said what she said. I didn't fact check.
I think she's lying to you.
And I may have the message mixed up. Let me just, I can read you the message.
So there's still stuff going on because, I don't know, it's like every time I try to get somebody booked in there, oh, yeah, we'll do it. Like, even Jackie's logo, it's a car, like a drive away. And it's been like pulling teeth to get him booked there. And so, but the Hamptons Comedy Festival has been going on and she's been hosting it. She hasn't been on the fucking road. She hasn't been traveling. She's been there.
Let me see.
People lie in show business. You know that. I don't know if you know this.
I don't think so. If people lied in show business, how would anything get done?
People lie. I'm telling you. I don't know if you know this.
With no information, Matt's fucking slandering people here. That bitch hasn't gone anywhere. And by the way, if you are watching this, I'm not calling you a bitch. That was Matt's mind. I'd like to come and do your club, please. Sticks and Stones.
She won't be angry at me ever because I do stuff for her for free that she would pay big money for. Yeah. So
yeah,
she's not going to get angry. I could say I can't say anything, but I could say bad things and I'd still be forgiven. I got to get a get out of jail free card with her, and I must be the Monopoly man. I kind of miss Ron whenever I say something stupid like that.
What's happened to Ron? Did he die?
Yes, he died. He's gotten sucked back into the world of corporate America and working a real job.
Thoughts and prayers.
I know. Why would anybody work a job?
Money.
Money.
Pretty much it. Yeah.
You can't take it with you.
No, but I gotta have it while I'm here
now. Yeah.
So Steven, you're going to work today, right?
No, I'm off today, yesterday, and today.
Oh wow! Look at you, 2 days in a row off. So tomorrow you go to work. If the asteroid hits tomorrow and you're in a little fucking store selling cell phones, is that going to be satisfying for you?
No, I'm gonna be super fucking angry about it.
There you go. So why go?
Because of this job, I'll have a vehicle. Sometime between now and 2 weeks,
because the asteroid's going to hit. You're forgetting about the asteroid.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though: the asteroid could also hit when I'm having to go shit, or
when you go you pay for the car but won't get to drive the car, and then boom, the asteroid hit.
Well, look, I'm off today. When I'm done here, I'm gonna go hang out with my girlfriend. I'm gonna go.
That's the way you want to spend your life. If the asteroid hits when you're with your AI girlfriend, you can at least be telling it all your fake fantasies to live out and all.
Once I have a car, it's back to comedy. It's
You're not going to be able to outrun an asteroid with your car. This is the point I'm making. So
not if it's going to hit the planet.
That's right. That's right. So why go to work? This is the point. Why go to work? Since we launched our business, I'm working 70 hours a week, and I don't have to work 40 for someone else. This is Foul Mouth Teacher who launched our business. I thought his business was on the road, being a comedian. Is that what you're talking about?
I don't know, but yeah, once I have a vehicle,
see, that's what he should be doing. If the asteroid hits, he wants to be on stage, right? I'm right,
yeah,
right?
That's what I want to do. That's what I'm going to do. Like I said, as soon as I have a car,
no, you're not.
And
you're not going to be on stage. You're going to be at a table in front of the stage because there's no fucking ramp to get you on stage. And
no, that's the reason. That's part of the reason I'm getting the car that I'm getting is so I can carry my ramp.
You can carry your ramp.
I'm going to keep my ramp in my vehicle with my wheelchair, so I'll have it with me at every gig. So if it can be used, it'll be used.
Carl has never told me what he does for money. Yeah, I've known Carl now for 37 years. And he's never once told me what he did. I know he's I don't know if he knows about Carl, but he's a Dr. Carl, man. He's a PhD guy. He does. I think he's affiliated with some kind of think tank or something. What do you think Carl actually does? Yeah. What do you think he actually does?
I don't suck dick.
You know, why is it top secret? Are you working for MX5, MX6, that
MX? You mean MI? And the official name is SS and SIS for those two departments. They're known as MI5 and MI6 for a while.
A soda shop.
I do have friends that work for two of those places, but no, I don't.
So what are you doing there? Are you trafficking? Are you?
Yeah, I'm trafficking 15-year-old Polish girls by container. They come into Liverpool docks.
Carl gives lectures.
Do you call them Swedish fish on the paperwork?
Oh wait, we have breaking news. Hold on, breaking news. Steven is a fat fucking loser with no car who can't stand to be alone. My girlfriend, blah 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 blah. Yeah, it's an AI girlfriend, but what a douchebag. Amish, no mustache.
I have a mustache.
I don't know.
Amish is a good insult though.
I don't know if you call that really a mustache.
It's not just a neck beard though. It's.
I think we really have to have Slaptail like a give him a link to just come in the show whenever he wants, so he can report this breaking news in the moment. Because
Raven reporter.
It doesn't come across the same as I read it because I'm too much of a nice guy.
I'm gonna go visit him and I'm gonna go break his knees.
So Bill Rhodes says he opened a soda shop. It's a soda fountain. A soda fountain. That's a nice thing, right? I want to visit it. We should plug it. I mean, can I get a what was an egg? No,
an egg cream.
Yeah. Can I get an egg cream soda over there? Do they do that in Texas? Do they? Or they cream
Texas
on
egg cream? That sounds delicious, actually.
If I cream on your eggs?
No.
I don't know.
Okay, I just found Abby's email. It took me a while to find it.
And
it says, "Hey Glenn, I'm sorry. Hi Glenn. I just got back from back-to-back travel. Can I let you know tomorrow?"
Oh, back-to-back travel. So she was basically she was driving with somebody on facing her back like that. And She drove from New York City to the Hamptons, is what she meant. Back to back. Yeah, that's not like I was out of the country for a month. She was in the Hamptons. If you go to the store, if you go to a convenience store, that's traveling. That's a fucking hour there and or back just to kind of go someplace. That's what she meant. Basically, let me interpret it. I'm too busy for you. There you go.
Okay. What's Abby's last name? Roche Kike?
Huh?
Fucking what?
Whenever Matt says her last name, I never understand what he's saying.
Russell.
Okay.
Russell.
Like
L.
Hold on, let me translate it to black. Yo, brother is Russell.
All right.
Oh, I thought you said like Rustle, but you're saying it like the terrier.
Yeah.
Fizz Fusion. It's is a dirty soda shop in Round Rock. Round Rock. That sounds like a nice town, right? Round Rock, Texas is. Of course, there's no square rocks there.
Better than Jagged Rock, Arkansas.
What do you mean by dirty soda shop? Is that like a euphemism for like a speakeasy?
No, they drop a roofie in it.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
You know what? I'm surprised they call it soda in Texas. I thought it was pop everywhere. Once you get south of like Virginia,
well, so from what I've discovered is once you get below like Louisville, Kentucky,
below because it sounds like you're saying below.
Once you get below Louisville, Kentucky, it goes from pop to soda, and then from like Tennessee, like just south of Tennessee, like Alabama down, basically is Coke. You go anywhere and you'll be like, yeah, can I get a Coke? And they say, sure, what kind? And you'll be like, oh, whatever you got. Dr. Pepper,
in Maryland.
So Sprite is a Coke in.
Yeah. They'll be like, yeah, can I get a Coke? Sure, what kind? Sprite. Okay, yeah.
That is retarded.
Yeah, in Maryland, we just call them carbonated beverages. We don't even.
Fucking lame, you fucking nerds.
Seltzer. Do you guys did they say seltzer? Where you from? Seltzer.
We do
only
have
only if it's plain soda water going into an alcoholic beverage.
Seltzer.
Well, there's club soda
seltzer.
and there's seltzer. They're not the same thing.
No, I didn't know that. I don't know.
Yeah.
The only seltzer we have is hard seltzer now, but that's probably just the branding. The shit you put in soda from the tap is what we have in the bar. That's it, I think.
A little song, a little dance, a little seltzer down your pants. They wouldn't say a little club soda down your pants.
No.
All right. But like ice cream.
In Texas, it's generally called Coke. See? That's what I'm saying. Like, once you get south, it's all Coke.
Can I get a Coke?
Like, what kind of Coke do you want? And then,
the kind you snort. That's what kind I want. I've never.
We just called it cocaine, but it's just like in Alabama, everything was Coke. Yes, can I get a Coke? Sure, what kind? What do you got? Oh, Pepsi products. Okay, I'll have a Mountain Dew.
I hate to.
That's how it goes. Yeah,
it
seems inefficient.
It is retarded though, and I don't mean to hurt retarded people when I say that. I mean to hurt Southerners when I say that.
Fuck those.
Goddamn right, Dr. Pepper is God's blood.
What are those retarded people doing in past life, man?
Dr. Pepper is black cherry.
Dr. Pepper is fucking phenomenal.
No, it's not.
It's real close to black cherry. Yeah,
it's not far off. Like, for example, if you take Jägermeister and you mix it with a cherry, or not cherry, but a Diet Dr. Pepper, you get like a Tootsie Roll flavor.
I think Dr. Pepper.
I'm saying it's Texas champagne. That's what Dr. Pepper is. Texas.
I think Dr. Pepper is like if cream soda and cherry Coke had a baby.
Dr. Pepper is just amazing, and you'll keep its name out of your mouth.
Dr. Pepper. Do you have Iron Brew there? It's Scottish. It's orange, bright fucking orange. It's phenomenal. If you can get some Iron Brew, IRN Brew.
I heard about that.
Make much more if it was the other Coke. Oh, cocaine. You know, I'm interested. Now, do you make your own soda? We're talking with somebody in the chat room right now for people on the radio. It's not like we can hear back. But do you make your own? And how do you make cream soda? Like you're taking carbonated water and
vanilla extract.
With what?
Is it?
Milk?
Is it vanilla extract in cream soda? Is there something like that in there?
I don't know. I never
think so. Yeah.
I usually make my chug of Dr. Pepper, then I make her cream.
Okay, not to make this about me, but according to Ron, I can't go a week without mentioning my soda stream. And you asked foul-mouthed teacher about making sodas, and
I never heard you talk about soda before. And listen, we generally hear you talk about yourself all the time.
No, I said according to
you know
Ron.
it's about me, but me.
According to Ron, I talk about my soda stream once a week, which I don't. But that's what I'm just saying.
Yeah, I haven't in 2.5 years on this program, or 37 years, whatever it is. I've never
Sunkissed. Sunkissed. Yeah, we used to have Sunkissed. I think it's gone now from here. Kind of got replaced by Fanta, I think, here.
Yeah. When we had
Fanta's superior anyway.
My wife has Sunkist diet soda in the fridge.
Fuck
Zero.
Sunkist.
Sorry, Sunkist
Orange
Zero.
Crush. Orange Crush, at least when I was a kid. Orange Crush
is good. Orange Crush
and Knee-High. Well, Knee-High Grape was the bomb.
Knee-High. Grape Knee-High is okay.
Yeah, as I said, Knee-High Grape.
Well, yeah, because the orange Knee-High, fuck that. No comparison. Orange Crush is the only orange soda you should ever drink.
Grape soda is pretty fucking good. When I was a kid, I could go in occasionally a US Air Force base here because my sister's friend was dating an Air Force guy. And is it Welch's grape soda?
Yeah,
I got that, and then he had bigger Coke because the cans were slightly bigger in the US as well. So when we used to go in there, it used to be fucking heaven. I'd buy like 3 grape sodas and 3 Cokes. Last me for 6 weeks, you know.
All right, we have more breaking news. We use sodas and mix different Tarani flavors.
Tarani flavors.
What? Oh, Tarani? I don't know. What does that mean? Is that
I think it's a brand. That's probably a brand.
Real fruit puree and heavy creams. Also lemonades and teas. I like the lemonade.
Tarani is a syrup, right? It's a type of syrup. But actually, this is quite common in Brazil. We brought some when we were out there to mix with lemonade and that kind of stuff. Strawberry shit. And...
so I'm learning stuff here. I'm learning about.
We're learning about drinks, man.
We should have Bill on to have him talk about his business.
Bill's welcome to come on anytime he wants. He just doesn't want to. And so Slaptail, all these people are welcome to come on.
I would find Soda Talk.
Slaptail was just on. Slaptail was just on like a couple weeks ago.
No, 2 months ago, at least.
Was it 2 months?
It was 2.
Was it really?
Don't make me fucking get.
Fucking do it.
Mad. Don't let him get mad. Stephen, have you been put in the no, it's Ron that was kicked off for like 2 days, right?
No, I was kicked off too.
You were kicked off. I forget, man, because sometimes I tune in, I get sent.
Ron and I are the 2 survivors.
Maybe I am friends with Gay Blind Mike, whatever his name is.
I still can't find that tape with Dean, the last go around with Dean when I fucking kicked him off.
I can't find that one. I found another one, but we probably shouldn't bring that stuff up from the past. I don't think
that was a classic one though, because I really fucking Dean was just like
classic blow up.
Yeah, well,
there's been before you guys even came along. There were like 6 blow ups that I saw, and I assumed then that there were 5 before I knew about the Mind Dog world.
Nobody, none of you guys have seen the psychic John. What the fuck was John's name? He's some psychic guy in Florida. But he was on the program and he was trying to tell me what psychics I could not interview because they were phony, but he's the real thing. And it started with me like just telling him, no, that you're full of shit. Basically, if you're going to go down that road, and I don't believe in any of this shit, because he thought I was a believer in him or something. If you're going to go down that road, then you have to let all of them speak their bullshit and let people figure it out. And it just it ended up escalating where I said, yeah, fuck you, get off my show, you phony piece of shit, motherfucker. Your mother was a skag whore cunt. And
it's the same. The Mind Dog Twitter replies when he gets angry. My favorite thing sometimes, and like, I get sent stuff when stuff happens on this show. Did you know that? Because I can't always watch, obviously, but I get sent. He's gone off the fucking rails today, and then I have to go and look and find. And I think that was the Stephen incident. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's
do they at least tell you like where it is? Like he went off the rails there in the 22-minute mark or something like that.
No, he just today on the show, and I'm like, okay, I have to go and find it. It's not often, is it? It's twice a year, probably. I think.
I really would like to find the Dean thing though, because the Dean thing was this: Dean is a guy with challenges in life. I don't know. I don't know what exactly the challenges are, but he was angry. First of all, he wants to be treated like anybody else, even though he's got challenges, mental, physical challenges. He wants to be treated like anybody else. So I was treating him like one of the guys and just goofing around and said, which is the most sexy guy on the program? Carl, Brett Brock, Jamie Dykes, or Dean. And they all got votes, and Dean got none. And then he was angry at me. I'm trying to treat you as like one of the guys. Now it's not my fault that you didn't get any votes, but you wanted to be treated like one of the guys. And he was just like adamant that I was picking on him. I'm like, no, I'm not picking. I'm treating you. Want to be treated like everybody else. I'm treating you like anybody else.
Now, in Europe, Carl, y'all over there, y'all have your version of America's Got Talent. I forgot what it's called.
Britain's Got Talent.
Britain's Got Talent. It's
the original.
What's it called?
Britain's Got Talent.
We have it over here too. It's the same show. They broadcast it over here. Where you been? I don't even have a television.
He's watching.
So there's this controversy.
Hitler's Got Talent. Sorry, go on.
Apparently, there's this controversy with this woman who sang a song called "I Deliver the Cunt," and it's pronounced "cunt," but it's K-A-N-T, which means song. And they had trouble with her because she sang "I deliver the cunt." I deliver the cunt, and
she wasn't saying "My country 'tis of thee." My country 'tis. No.
Oh, I'm just saying that. I was just asking.
I didn't see that.
You didn't see it?
No, I don't absorb. There's a block in my mind that just doesn't absorb these shows.
You get the Heil Hitler all day long on Instagram, but you don't get the cunt.
Yeah, because it's on my fucking. I could probably go on Instagram Reels now and find some joke about it. It's great. I sent Stephen one yesterday. They've rebranded it Hungry Hippos or something.
I know it's good.
What is SLC? I don't know what SLC is. It's
Salt Lake City.
What?
Salt Lake City.
Oh, so they don't drink out. I mean, I know they're Mormons.
No, they're Mormon. It's like the Mormons have their own police force and everything. They enforce that shit.
Don't some of those guys go fucking crazy once in a while though, and go and hit the strip clubs and bars just once in a while?
I gotta think that even though that's probably the community talking point, I gotta think that people are behind closed doors are fucking hammering it down just like the rest of them.
There are if I remember,
there are non-Mormons who live there who drink. Yeah,
there are bars and shit there because there's people that aren't Mormon, but it's like the community as an overarching.
No, I'm just saying the hypocrisy. Like there are lots of Christians who will call Christianity a sin, but homosexuality a sin, but behind closed doors, they're butt fucking like Plato's Retreat. So I think there are Mormons probably sipping some Jack Daniels, probably.
Of course,
like an Epstein party.
Yeah,
but overall, there's probably less in Salt Lake City than like Chicago, right? Out and out boozing.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm not even an expert. I've never been.
I've never stopped. Never been.
Never
been.
I've never been.
Yeah. I like Mr. Bean. Rowan, what's his name?
I just like
Rowan Atkinson.
Yeah, Rowan Atkinson. I really liked him. Actually, one of my favorite bits of his is when he did the drum solo, where he mimed the drum solo. I love that bit.
I liked him taking off his underwear without taking his pants off. And I converted pants to American.
I like how you say pants.
Pants. Well, I wanted to say fucking trousers, or jeans, like a normal person. But in my mind,
I don't think a normal person would say trousers.
Like pants.
Are you kidding? Every time I go shopping for trousers, I say trousers.
No,
can I have some trousers, please?
Yeah.
He's lying.
He's a liar. I speak Portuguese as well, so sometimes I call them calças, which is the name for trousers in
come on. LDS is Latter-day Saints, right? Runs the state. Everyone has to scan their ID to drink in public. They have to have a real ID to drink in public.
Yeah, the Latter-day Saints, like I said, dude, I wasn't joking. Like they have their own police force. They enforce that shit, man. Like
I saw a documentary about the FLDS with the fundamentals, the pedophiles, right? Oh yes.
Ugh.
I thought that was a soccer league.
Yeah, it sounds like it should be. The FLDS does sound like a soccer league.
Yeah,
right?
It does, but no, instead it's a bunch of polygamy, inbreeding, fucking raping, grossness.
They were marrying children, right? This particular cult. Yeah, I've got 10 wives. They're your kids.
I was arguing, and no surprise to anybody, I was arguing with a guy on Twitter last night.
They're pedophiles.
He's a Trumper, but here's the thing: the guy is.
Really? You're arguing with MAGA people online, Napo. It doesn't sound like you.
Yeah, I know it doesn't sound like me. But the guy was hiding behind a Robert Leroy Parker and a picture of Robert Leroy Parker.
Yeah, because he's an accountant.
Wait, but that's Butch Cassidy, right? And so he's hiding behind that. And I called him. I said, "You're in a fucking cult."
Nice.
And his reply was that
very nice.
you got to look up the definition of a cult. A cult is 75 to 100 people. If it's more than that, it can't be
That
a
doesn't
cult.
make sense.
I was like,
That
"What the
doesn't make
fuck you
sense.
call Christianity? What do you call Islam? Those are cults." And
Jim
those are
Jones had
billions
way
of
more than
people.
100.
Yeah.
Cults on both sides.
Billions, right? But this idea that a cult is 75 to 100 people, like, yeah, fucking, I don't know where you get that number from. Because
that sounds like more like that's what a moron is. No, that's not more.
yeah,
imbecile,
I mean,
moron.
even the Moonies, they were far more than 100. They were thousands.
Scientology was pretty big at one point, right? There were probably tens of thousands.
I think they still are, and that's where I'm going with I think Latter-day Saints. It's like a whole state that is a cult, right?
Well, it's interesting though. I think you can pay for tours to go and visit. Is it Mormons or Amish? I get mixed up. Probably Amish, right? The Amish have fucking nothing, no electricity, all that stuff, right?
No, that's the Amish. That's where I live with the Amish.
You can pay. I know you can pay to go and visit in like Central or South America as well, and you can go and hang out at the farm for the day. They'll make you their cheese or whatever. You watch the kids run around.
Does anybody convert?
We have.
I can't imagine like going in there and like anybody like saying, "Oh, I'm not going home now."
Yeah, can I take a video on my iPhone? The kids' eyes are gonna light up.
I feel like the Amish community, I don't really feel like it's something you can just like opt into necessarily. I think men can, but like women can't because they can't join if they're not virgins. Like you have to.
They're not going to be a virgin for long when they're in, right?
No, not for long. No, but yeah, you can go to like Essen House, which is where you can go and do all the.
Somebody's doing their homework.
Oh no! In schools, no. Around here in elementary school, you go on a field trip to Essen House and you go and milk the cows.
Steven knows all about the elementary school.
Make the butter.
There you go.
I was in elementary school like 20 years ago.
I was too, 65 years ago. So
30 years ago. Sorry, but yeah, you can go and do all the farm shit and try it out and experience it. But the real Amish though out here, they try not to fuck with anybody.
So are you saying that Amish women never cheat? Is this what I'm hearing? Like
I don't know because some of them are fucking hot.
Fuck other Amish guys, right? There's gonna be an Amish guy with an extra cow. He's got 3 cows. My husband's only got 2.
Well, Rumspringer is like their cheat day. So I don't think it's called cheating when you do it on Rumspringer, right? It doesn't count.
Wow. They call the old school LDS that live in the cave. Live in caves? Seriously? Is this serious? Polys, short for polygamous. Because they live in caves. I want to see some Amish woman get gangbanged. Now I want to see it. I just want it to happen.
Oh, there's going to be a category online for that. It'll be fake, obviously, but you can probably find Amish porn.
I like it when Steven's muted like that.
He's muted, but he's saying you can.
God damn it! There's a lot of Amish porn out there. Yes, there's a ton of it.
I knew what you were saying. I could psychically.
There's a lot of.
Again, I don't want to see it. I want to know that it happened.
It does happen, and there's a lot of Amish chicks in the area that are really hot.
Wait. When you say,
man,
hold on, I got to get some clarity here. Are you saying that you verified that these women in the videos are really Amish, or it's just somebody making? Because there's Supergirl porn videos too.
I don't think
in the videos it can't be because they can't have cameras, right?
Right.
Yeah, they have people who draw them, and then they have enough drawings.
But then how do their dads find out? Because they're not allowed to watch the videos, and if they're watching porn anyway, they're really in trouble.
Right.
So I don't know. Maybe
it's kind of like a Nixon LBJ thing. You caught them, but you can't tell them that you caught them.
What we have here in our area, though, we don't have old order Amish. We have more closer to modern Amish, and then we have Mennonite. The Mennonites are the ones that drive the vehicles, have cell phones. They have all that shit.
We have breaking news. Steven gets his rump sprung at all the time by Amish dudes during Rump Springer.
We need a better someone to read these.
When I was younger, I've gone to a couple Rumspringer parties.
They're fucking an aneurysm wild at the moment. My glasses were.
Look, I've never had my rump sprung by any Amish dudes, but I've gone to Amish parties. I've gone to Rumspringa parties.
You had to qualify that by any Amish dude.
Because I've hooked up with Amish girls in the past.
No, but you said you haven't had your rump sprung by any Amish dude, but that doesn't mean like a Mormon or
just black guy.
We're not talking about that right now. We're talking about the Amish now.
Right.
But their parties, though, man, they get so wild at these parties. I've gone to these parties and they're doing like all the drugs, like all of them. There's needles, there's pipes, there's bongs, it's fucking crazy. And then the music, they'll pay bands to go and play. They'll get DJs to come out. There's kegs, bottles of alcohol everywhere. It's a fucking crazy, not normal.
Where is this part? Where is this party you're taking me to again? Is it the Messonite fingered my cousin Ray?
I'm willing to bet if I talk to my neighbor across the street, they could tell me where they're happening at.
I bet. Let's find out if your neighbor across the street will talk to you, though.
Oh no, we talk to each other all the time.
Oh,
they're great. They make
down,
us. They get us. They make homemade syrup and shit over there. It's nice.
So do the Amish farm and sell shit to the local? How do they make their money? Basically, they sell their shit to the
a lot. So
town, or?
Like I said, it's not old order Amish. So a lot of the Amish around the area, they work in RV factories, or they build furniture, or they do construction. That's pretty much all they do. And then the ladies, for the most part, are homemakers. So they're at home doing, lady shit.
I gotta read, and I can't read because I'm having another aneurysm. But Foulmouth is cracking jokes over there. Amish porn is just flip books, and they deserve to be at least acknowledged.
It's not bad.
Or they spring.
I just said that. I just said that with the fingers and everything.
Oh,
parallel thinking or comedy theft. Let's investigate.
Or they spring Stevens' rump.
Another microphone
is what Slaptail say now. Or they spring Stevens' rump, which is a pretty disgusting mind picture to have.
Well, you don't want to see me face down, ass up, balls dangling while you're getting ready to just ramrod it.
Oh, I saw that last time. If you forget it, the Giggle Room, we walked in on you, but.
Well, listen. What me and Tony were doing was our business. We were just comparing our disabilities.
Yeah, but did he have to have his fake leg all the way in your ass? I mean, that's what's disturbing.
Actually, it wasn't. That wasn't. It was just the nub that was in my ass.
Tony doesn't have a disability. He's missing a leg that got cut off because he had cancer. Kind of like
in the eyes of the law, he's probably considered fully disabled.
Well, I was trying to talk to my wife about our situation with the cat, because the cat has a missing leg now because the cat got cancer in his leg. But it made her a much nicer cat. And I think this is the case with Tony. Tony was probably a curmudgeonly, mean son of a bitch until he got it. Something about getting your leg cut off makes you a nicer person.
Maybe it could have been the cancer could have been like being in pain made them a nasty person, and once you remove the source of the pain, they
absolutely.
It's definitely that, but also I think there's part of it too is if you have something that causes a lot of pain and just a lot of bullshit in life in general, it does one of two things for you. It either makes you a really nice person or it makes you a really bitter, angry person.
Or both.
Well, no, because
you could be situationally angry. I know,
that's factual because there's times where I'm like, I fucking hate the fact that I can't do normal things, but generally speaking, I'm a positive, happy guy.
You posted a picture the other day that looked like you were standing up, and I want to.
I was.
He was actually laying down.
You're just standing around. So the chair is just bullshit. You're just fucking collecting disability like you're like a fraud.
No, I'm slowly getting where I need to be on the crutches. I can walk across the house now.
There were no crutches in the photo that you posted the other day. You were just standing around like one of the dudes.
Is that a weight thing as well? Is it easier to walk if you lose a little weight?
Yeah,
losing the weight's helped, but it's mostly it was when I got put in the wheelchair completely. My body was in a constant state of fighting like infections and shit.
Right.
So my health was just bad already. So
when you say infections, gonorrhea, syphilis, chlamydia,
urinary tract.
Oh,
yeah. Well, kidney infections mostly.
I would interrupt you.
So between my body not healing, I was working 45 hours plus a week, and then all of that, and then trying to stay walking on the crutches. My body was so weak, I was falling a lot, so I got hurt a lot. So he put me in the wheelchair, and he was like, "No more crutches, no more work. You need to let your body recover." And it took about almost a year and a half, 2 years for my body to recover. But by then, we had already had my ex-wife was my caregiver. She was making $4,000 off me. I was getting disability and all of that. We bought a new car and everything. And then once she kicked me out, I'm like, well, shit.
So
And
she
then,
lost a lot of money when she threw you in the garbage. Like
no, she kicked me out because the money stopped. Is I'm pretty sure what happened.
Oh, she couldn't get the caregiver money anymore.
She couldn't get the caregiver money anymore because my Medicaid got cut.
No, it's because of Musk. Musk cut you off, right?
Yeah, and because of that, and then I tried going back to work. She wouldn't let me because she wanted the caregiver check instead because it was guaranteed money. And so once I left, started losing weight, my legs started feeling better. I'm
and you got
healthier
an
than I
AI
was.
girlfriend, and you
so-
flaunted in her face. Look, I got an AI girlfriend.
Oh no, I blocked my ex-wife on every possible contact method
It's the
outside.
safest. It's the safest course of action. The block, especially if it's not.
Yeah, but
a
the thing
good
is, she's actually friends
separation.
with me, so everything that Steven shares, I share with her.
Oh, there's somebody on my Facebook and Twitter that sends my ex-wife shit because she the first time I ever hung out with the girl I'm seeing now, she was like, "Heard you had a hot date," and I'm like, "Who the fuck told you that? I didn't even post about it yet." And
Maybe
then
I'm fucked up. And no, let me tell you, I'm fucked up. Not maybe. There's no fucking two ways about it. I'm fucked up. But on my Facebook page, especially, I'm not on Twitter, but on my Facebook page, almost every girl I've ever been with is on my friends list, including my ex-wife, a lot ex-girlfriends, ex-women I've lived with. There's only one that I've blocked because she's just a fucking stalker. But I mean, going all the way back to junior high school, every fucking girl I've ever.
I haven't blocked every girl I've ever slept with or every girl I've ever went on a date with. My ex-wife was one of those that would absolutely be on all of my social media at all times, causing drama. And she very much has a high school mentality in that aspect, and I'm not okay with that. I don't do that.
I never blocked anybody. We just don't follow each other. It's not even a matter of.
Well, that's the thing is I unfollowed her on everything and I left it at that. But when I would like post or share anything and she's still liking it and commenting on it, I'm like, just go away. And she wouldn't, so I just took care of it and made it.
I'm surprised that some of them have actually stayed on my page because I don't know if you know this about me, but I told all the Trumpers to go to fucking hell on November 6th. And basically called them all out as piece of shit. And I know some of these girls are hardcore Trumpers, but they stay on my page following me and like, what are you even here for? I know you're angry at me for what I said and what I believe, but you're still hanging around to hear what I have to say. It's just very weird.
I've been with my wife longer than I've been on Facebook.
Me
so
too.
I don't have any exes.
I've been with your wife longer than you've been on.
Yeah, I just don't like the drama.
MySpace.
And just I value positivity and I value my peace of mind.
What the fuck are you doing here?
Why are you here? Yeah.
Why? Because this is the way we hang out and we bust each other's chops the whole fucking time is the same way I hang out with my friends in real life. It's very comforting.
You have friends in real life.
A couple of things. Let me get to a couple of things from Foul Mouth Teacher here. First of all, Stephen, as our new booking representative on this show, you got to get this guy Ben Brown on the show that Foul Mouth is alluding to. He's grew up in the poly community, speaks against the church. The people who live in caves, I'm guessing that the poly community. The Fresh King Benjamin, get him on the show. And then following up with that, he says he had a restraining order against his second wife and my first kid's mom. I guess that's not a wife, but a mama, baby mama, doesn't even communicate with us anymore. Restraining order, that's kind of tough. I've never had to go that far. But I do have a stalker. One girl.
I almost did once. I had a stalker once. It was someone. We didn't see each other or anything, but maybe something here and there. And then she started speaking about me and telling other people we're in this really serious relationship for like 2 years. Now we're broken. None of this was true, but she told a lot of people.
When in the early years of playing with the Rockin' 45s, I had women cock blockers. Women who would see me making advances towards a woman, and they would go over to the woman. These are women, and they would say, he's married. I wasn't married, but they would just go out of their way.
Well, often it's a fat girl that you know. That's why the meme, the fridge is always protecting the snacks.
Yeah.
I had a friend, I guess still a friend, but a few times she was like, something was happening. She would come over like a fucking ball and just say, this isn't happening. He needs to. Very weird. Very weird
I was
behavior.
thinking about this just last night because there was this woman, Janice, who was married to a guy named Tom. We used to play their parties all the time. And every time she would see me even talking to a woman, she would come over and say, he's
Because
married. Like, what is it? First of all, I'm not
married. It's because she has a
Oh.
deep desire for you, is what was happening. And she didn't want even though she could never have you, she didn't want anyone else to have you either.
Yeah, I
feel you, Bill. My ex is also bipolar. That's the other reason I blocked her, because for every good day that put us one day closer to a really bad one. And
I still have on Facebook, but she posted, I'm celebrating this with my new boyfriend or whatever. It's X amount of years since my long-term abusive relationship, which is obviously me. So it didn't tag me. So I just liked that status. My God. Just so she got the notification, but she didn't tag me. But I was like, "You're talking about me?" And just give her a little like. That was our last contact.
I don't like the passive aggressive thing either, and that's the other thing. Like, they don't passive aggressively like my shit and comment. Like, fuck off. Just go away.
Huh.
I hate that shit.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. So it's what
I prefer to talk out my shit. If you have an issue,
well, we've all had to adapt to social media. It's a new thing. We shouldn't know what's going on the other side of the world. We shouldn't have someone.
It's not a new. It feels new, but it's been around 20 years or so. Right?
Yeah, but I think we're still adapting to it, right? We still don't know. You shouldn't have information from the whole fucking planet.
Well, right, exactly. Like I don't
then getting angry about it. It's like, there's some fucked up stuff going on in the Middle East, guys.
Yeah,
in about 1,000 years.
There are some senior ladies who have friended me, and I appreciate their friendship.
Are these the ones that are sending you the tit pics?
No. Actually, not. Some of them aren't quite so senior. I mean, I just talked to Kiara about it, and obviously she's not a senior person. She's in her 30s, early 30s. But obviously she's not sending me tit pictures or naked photos. Somebody has hacked into her computer to do that or whatever. But she doesn't even have them. They're not even of her. I hadn't look at them, but I'm certain they're not her. She wouldn't have.
You're certain. You're zooming in. Definitely not her.
No, I'm saying she's not the kind of person who would. She's very Christian and like not a hypocrite Christian. She wouldn't take.
Also, you shouldn't really been clicking photos from a hacked account.
Right, I don't.
Right.
No, but I'm getting emails from them. I delete them immediately, but I let her know that somebody is in her email. Because the reason I know that it's not on my end, like it's not malware on my computer, but on her computer, is that we're using her last name, like the last name she was born with 3 husbands ago, and she wouldn't be in my contacts with that, so it had to come from her, one of her machines that has that on there. But I am getting some senior ladies showing me that. But so one of these senior ladies who has befriended me and helped me get some gigs. It's a very nice lady, but she's on my Facebook page, and then my ex-wife started talking to her as if they have a past, and I'm like, "You two know each other?" "Oh yeah, they've known each other." So this woman has known my ex-wife. It's like a small world that I don't want to kind of reopen the door to, or make any connections there. Like, I'm sorry to hear that you knew my ex-wife. Anyway, this is the dangers of social media. You never know where those connections are going to lead, and I don't want to know. I don't want bringing my ex-wife back into my current life. I mean, I love her. She's the mother of my son, but I don't want her hanging out with people I hang out with now.
I don't like it when your ex-wife hangs out with my friends either.
Yeah, I don't like when you're. Yeah, I also don't like when his ex-wife.
She's annoying.
She would never hang out with GD's friends. I'm just gonna say that
because she's racist.
You know why?
Because he's black.
No,
they're in Maryland.
Maryland. You racist fuck. No, that's
because they're in Maryland and Iowa and DC and Europe.
Yeah.
And
yes.
New York. I don't have any friends in New York.
Not a fan of Northern Virginia or Maryland.
I've
Definitely.
only got exes in 2 or 3.
Yeah.
I have family in New York. I have people that I thought were friends in New York until we did this show at the Giggle Room. No,
they didn't show.
No, I mean, real friends. I thought I had real friends in New York until we did the Giggle Room, and then I'm like, oh.
In New York, I know obviously Kat and Steve, very cool.
What happened to them?
They're still around, but Kat kind of took a break from everything. But she's posted a video back on YouTube about 2 weeks ago, so she's doing songs again.
I did not know this. This is
she posted something. She was taking some step back. She really had some shit going on, or she had to get a job. I don't know what happened. She's in Brett Brock's Discord.
She got a job.
Daily.
Ew.
I don't know if that's true, but when I come, I'll try and get
job
some
shit is really fucking grossing me out. People getting jobs. Stop. Don't let anybody get any no jobs. No jobs.
No money for you people.
I'm not upset about having a job. It's just gonna get me where I need to go so I can get back on stage.
Stop talking about what a fucking loser you are.
My wife and I went to a retirement party last Saturday. I think it was last Saturday or Friday. Last week. And my wife got really depressed afterwards because she sees all these people that she used to work with who are all retired, and she's like one of the last people that she worked with that isn't retired. You know, and it's depressing to her. She's like, she wants to retire so badly, and she's got a little countdown timer on her phone to the day that she gets to retire.
Retirement's not going to be a thing very soon in the United States. It's going to be work till you die. Work till you die, which is when the asteroid hits, you don't want to be working. You want to be fucking enjoying. You want to be out smoking joints.
So everyone needs to get a grift, go and steal some money from people, and get that in your fucking bank.
We all can't be Trump, okay? If everybody was a grifter, who would we grift from? Because everybody's
the American dream.
I tried, man. Look, I tried doing a GoFundMe. I wasn't racist enough. You know.
You know what you need, Steven?
Let's be fair.
I'm coming to Indiana. We're going to get you that GoFundMe page. I'm coming to Indiana, and I want you to. I'm going to be standing.
You can recreate that video with a kid, but with you and GD.
Yes, I'm going to park in a handicap spot.
Fuck this.
And you get out your car, and you roll on your window. He says, "Look, you fucking nigger," and start getting on me. All right.
And then he hits you, and then you've got a cut, and then you go, "Look what they're doing now. This is black fatigue."
Right. Okay,
this is what you do. We've got it.
And then I will walk away from the car and go like, "Fuck you, you."
I need to get a MAGA hat.
And then you can say, I need a GoFundMe page so that I can have his car towed, or a GoFundMe page so I can get a bigger car. And then
$1 million.
Yes, we'll get you. You'll have $1 million, and all I ask is for 3/5.
You know what? If we get $1 million, I will give you 3/5. I will.
Watch, you know, some racist fucker is going to stop at $999,999, so I don't get my 3/5. I'll fix it, man. He ain't getting this 3/5.
Well, you know how my lineage works. I'll probably just hang you out to dry.
All right, so Steven, you're gonna get on this Ben Brown guy. Where I lost.
I just sent him a friend request, and I will message him as soon as it's accepted.
All right, look at you actually doing something to earn your keep around here, right? Instead of being just a fucking.
I like the focus, Steven. I like it.
Finally, he's earning his paycheck.
Yeah. Do we have anybody? No, we don't have a guest scheduled for tomorrow. I have one for tomorrow night. But
I thought Jackie was scheduled for tomorrow.
I'll try to get Jackie on tomorrow. I should. Jackie's got a show coming up. I know he wants to.
Carl, what are you doing tomorrow?
Tomorrow, nothing at this time, but afterwards I'm watching a game.
There was something.
He just said he would hang GD. What?
I did.
Isolate that clip. He would bang or hang.
Oh, there's some great clips. There's some great clips from this show. There's just me saying "Super Black Hitler" over and over again, and
Hail Hitler.
You can definitely recut this to be racist.
Yeah, this episode is going to be a fucking monster to be torn up.
Carl, you are a master of all things AI, right? You know how to work this AI. So you know.
Yeah, I understand where the technology is going, and I
remember a couple of years ago. It feels like a couple of years ago now. You sent me a song that was created completely by AI.
Yeah.
Could we get AI to? You think they would allow a super Black Hitler? Song? Yeah,
I can try. I mean, probably if they've got any kind of safeguarding at all, probably not. But we can reword.
That'd be
stuff.
awesome. Hey, we also, maybe we could have take two action. Let's see if we can have Bill on tomorrow too.
Bill on tomorrow. Bill's welcome to come on anytime he wants. You can send him a link and just.
Is this the soda guy? Is this foul mouth? All right.
He can help you with Ben if you want. I mean,
I didn't mean to reduce him to the soda guy. It's all I know.
When he says help you with Ben, you know what he means.
Yeah, bend over.
Well,
Yeah.
Bill, I'll send you a link in the morning, and then if you can reach out to Ben, that'd be awesome. I sent him a
We
friend
should
request,
just
but
fucking put links all over fucking social media and tell anybody who wants to fucking come on the show to let them and see what happens. Nobody will.
open to see what happens.
No.
Yeah, I don't
Watch,
think
watch Mr. Snivens or what Bevins or whatever.
Yeah, John Bivens. Yeah, John Bivens, the guy who wants to take the reverend's job.
Yep.
Oh no, I don't.
He's invited. He's started. He's preaching. He's got a group page. He's invited me to him, and I'm like, I'm good, man. Thanks, though.
Did you have another crazy guy on? Is this a crazy?
Yeah, no, he was in the chat room and he was stalking us, and he always had a problem with GD. Then he came on the church stuff that the Rev does on Sunday and was being an asshole. And he was invited on the show, and he kept saying, like, have me on the show, have me on the show. I sent him a booking like 10 times. And I was like, oh, he didn't want to do that. He wanted me to actually have a conversation, a phone call. And he started fucking calling me through Facebook Messenger or something.
You remember that fucking, I'll name the guy. You remember back in the day we were on the Andis cancer thing, we had the Scottish guy. What's his fucking name?
You just said you was going to name him. You mean you're going to name him?
I can't remember his name.
He was commenting. What's his name?
He used to be in the chat a lot, but he got my number, and I don't know why I gave him my fucking number, but he used to call me. Obviously, he has schizophrenia or something. Claimed he was like a millionaire, but he didn't understand international time zones, which was the first red flag for me. And he posted pictures of his house. He's not a millionaire.
Yeah. He used to be a fucking stalker to me too. That's right. I forgot about that.
He really liked Chrissy.
He wanted to give me boxing lessons.
Yeah, liar. I think he just. Yeah, he was into boxing. It was like, was it not Evan or someone or?
Yeah, Evan.
Oh, Mondays and Tuesdays. So, well then, Bill, I'll get you a link next Monday. Then, Monday or Tuesday, if we have no shows or anything, and
if we have no shows, slide him in, make him the guest. Call him the Soda King. I want to hear about the business.
Yeah, all those fucking stalking, the Ken Harris thing. I know Ken Harris, even if you got bumped off the show, was still stalking me for a while and watching it.
Well, we got into the reason he blocked me because I got drunk one night, of course. I went to a gig, came back, and him and someone else were shit talking me. So I decided to reply and called him a fake author in public. And he blocked me from everything at that point. And he tried shit stalking, but what I had with him was if he does it again, I'm going to devote a whole hour just to him on video. So he never did that, but I don't hold these grudges. But yeah, if you shit talk, I'll probably say something. But.
So, Carl, you want to promote your podcast, or you're not doing it right now, or is it a hiatus?
Not a lot, but yeah, Last Rites podcast is the channel. I'm kind of going to redesign what I do. I've been meaning to. I've had a lot going on in my life. Obviously, been away for 2 months and all that shit. But now I'm settled. It's finished. So I'm going to be pushing that a little bit more, and hopefully record something with Hackolity this weekend. So that's the Last Rites podcast. And if we go to fucking Scandinavia, we'll see what happens. But I don't think we'll go this weekend.
Carl, if you come to the US, we got to go drink.
Yeah, man.
I won't drink with you because I don't trust you with my inabilities down. I can't be sure that you wouldn't like fuck me in the ass and then leave me high and dry.
I'm running all the risk, but I'm cool with it.
My dog left me in the middle of Manhattan, so high I was in tears. So I'm not the guy to do that. I'm the victim here.
Yeah.
So Matt's the one I need to worry about.
Yeah. No, it wasn't just me. Kat and me combined giving him.
Well,
gummies.
To be fair, I drank a lot of booze. I never have edibles. Kat gave me an edible in the comedy club, and then Napo gave me one of his. And the combination of all that shit fucked me up, made me cry. I couldn't move my arm, thought I was going to get raped in New York.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Real. I was trying to explain the gummy thing because do you know Seinfeld well enough to know the Marble Rye lady? The Marble Rye, give me yo man, Seinfeld and an old woman getting into an argument over Marble Rye. There was only one loaf left, and then Seinfeld had to assault her on the street and steal her Marble Rye. Anyway, she was on
my. He steals for George.
Huh?
Is this one he steals for George to impress his family?
I need to rewatch Seinfeld.
For George's mother or something.
His in-laws. He's trying to impress his in-laws or something.
Right, that's it.
Okay.
So she was on the nighttime show, and I went to this new dispensary, and they had these gummies right here. And they said 1,000 milligrams. Now I'm used to 100 milligrams, and 100 milligrams would fuck me up. They say 1,000 milligrams, and I took one, and like an hour later, I wasn't feeling anything, and then I took another one like a half hour before the show.
And then 2,000 hit you in the ass.
Right, and so now I'm getting ready to do the show, and just as I see her pop in, I'm like, "Woo!" And so I said to her, now this is an old woman. She's 86 years old, TikTok sensation, Annie Korsen. But the Seinfeld episode, she's well known for that. Anyway, I started to explain to her, I was like, this is going to be a little weird because I took these gummies and I took one and a half, and she said to me, "Are you high right now?" I love that clip. I'm not high right now. I'm tripping my fucking balls off. That's what I am right now.
But I took some of Kat's edibles in Bisbee after I had Billy Wayne Davis weed and a weed drink from fucking Tucson and her edibles, and I was fine. But what she said, her ones are pretty much even THC and CBD. And I think the ones you got from that shop were pure THC.
Yeah, pure THC.
And we smoked a fucking... What was that? The
The pre-rolls and the Moon Rock thing. Yeah,
Moon Rock.
Yeah,
smoking that down Broadway, and I hadn't had a lot of weed for a long time, and it just that's why I was
Moon
crying.
Rock shit is wild. 2 days ago we got some pre-rolls from the dispensary, and it was Moon Rocks infused with it was infused with keef, and it had oil in it. Like, it was the whole shebang. We each took 2 hits off of that, and we could not move for 2 hours because like the tight chest, the spinning, like everything was moving really fast. All your movements were deliberate.
And I was drinking all day. I had like 11 beers, shorts, that, edibles. And when we're in the final bar after the stand, things started echoing at that point. And that's when I said, I'm really high. And then it was on the walk from there to where Napo parks his car in Midtown, where he gave me the fucking final one, which put me over the edge.
Right.
He didn't see that because he gave it me, he got in his car and drove to Long Island, and then I'm in Manhattan like
like I say, I was kind of tripping on the way home too. I mean, I had done a lot that day. But
you'd sat in a bar with me and drank, and you're not really a drinker, right? Not really a beer drinker. You sat and drank pints in Dempsey's.
Yeah. I wouldn't. Yeah, I'm not a drinker. I don't drink every day. I don't drink even every week. But when I'm definitely craving a drink lately.
Well, let's have a drink in New York, man.
The paint parties. After the paint parties are done, I feel like I need to tie one on. I always feel like
I don't know why, but I thought you were faking that. I thought it was another one of your schemes. Like, he's not paint party. He's lying, man. What's this? But then I saw the pictures, and you're painting and doing the paint parties. It's cool.
Yeah,
it's different.
I just booked one this morning for
tripping on drugs or something. I'm at a paint party.
Man.
Yeah. I just booked one this morning for 800 people. This is going to be a little. I mean, just
is that like an elementary school?
Huh?
Is that at an elementary school? I can't imagine 800 people getting involved in one paint party.
Yeah, no, it's a big ballroom type of thing, but the deal is, for the setup, I go around, I put these little cardboard easels and a canvas and a plate full of paints and
you need a team. You need a team for 800. You need some volunteers.
No, they're definitely giving me one assistant, but that's what I say. Basically, I need 4 assistants. 800 people. It's like
one assistant. They'll probably be in a wheelchair, and he probably can't get through all the rows of chairs.
The one I did the other day.
Disrespectful.
I was actually trying to get you a job, but
well, it doesn't pay much, to be honest with you. I think it's
look. If I was closer, I would I'd go for free just to help out. Yeah, if I was closer.
So, the one I did the other day, they told me, because it was for a lot of people, and they said there would be a volunteer assistant. It was a Queens library, and so I got there early. I'm setting up the shit, And I'm looking at the clock and like, where's this fucking assistant? Now I'm thinking about the letter I'm gonna send to the fucking paint company about where you promised me assistant. The assistant to show up 5 minutes before. After I've done all the work, the assistant shows up and is like, is there anything I can do to help you out? Like,
so they were like watching. They were watching you off from the side, and once you finish, you're like, "I'm here. What do you need me to do?"
And then, I deal with the fucking unruly kids because I should have known this. It was a jellyfish painting. And I should have known it's going to be a bunch of fucking kids, but I didn't. And then it showed up, it was a bunch of kids. And these kids were just like, they were throwing paint at each other. They were fucking just painting the canvases black. They were putting everything on there and just mushing it around like they was mud. It's just no fun. But so the assistant, I said, I'm leaving. You clean up after these fucking kids. That's your job.
How many are you doing then? Because what do? You get the picture, you paint it, you practice one, and then you go out.
Yeah.
Show.
It not always have. Generally, if it's an easy enough painting, I won't have to practice it. I just bring a printout. But I do. I'm probably doing 2 or 3 a week now.
Ah.
Yeah. You know what? I just it's good for me. But again, every time I leave, I feel like this doesn't happen with band gigs. I feel like I need to drink after I'm done. And
it's because I think it's because you're dealing with people. There's a lot of it's probably people. Like I got called autistic by 2 people recently, including a clinical psychologist. There's something up anyway. It's people, and if there's too many people in the space, even if it's a real nice day, real nice, after a few hours, my brain is just fucking bzzz.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I'm back on the hip path.
I was telling that to my neighbor who's got me in one of his series, short series that he's series, and I'm an extra in, and we were talking, and he was just saying how nice I am and how grateful he was to me that I'm so helpful with him. And I just explained to him, I said, I'm very nice as long as I get time away from people so that I can decompress, because being around people is difficult and I need to just decompress. And then I can.
If it's a few close friends, it's fine. But if it's even at a gig sometimes, before I need some space, before I need to go to a fucking coffee shop or something, and then after, if I can, again, some space.
You know, I did. I'm glad at the senior center last week. I did one for a lot of people, and I didn't feel like I needed to drink after. I think old people don't rub me the wrong way as much as these.
It's a different energy, isn't it? You're dealing with a different energy, and there's a lot.
One of us.
Yeah.
So you're right, though. I think it's the antisocial thing that makes me want to drink after these fucking parties. I don't know. I don't love.
Is all the parties are just the bigger ones, or just the one with kids?
I hadn't do one with that. This is the first one I did with. Well, that's not true. I generally, if I do like a family thing, there'll be one kid there. Like the Mother's Day thing, each of the parties had one kid at the table, and those kids want help, and they take up a lot of time. Mister, that kind of thing.
Mr. Rockin' 45, Mr. Rockin' 45. Could you help me, please?
Mr. Mario, can you help me?
The grandmothers definitely want to get
Monopoly guy. Could you help me?
All right.
Mr. Groucho? Mr.
Super Black Hitler?
No, that's not his name.
Help me, please?
You must be the Monopoly guy.
I must be. But so, Stephen, here's the deal. Monday is Memorial Day, but we will be doing a show. I have a guest book, but there is time in one of the hours. I'll let you know whether it's 9:15 or 10. But Tuesday we also have one guest, so that one of the hours is open. Next Monday and Tuesday. Monday's Memorial Day already. We'll be doing a show, even though it's Memorial Day. That's not, and as far as Carl's concerned, it's just Monday, not Memorial Day.
What's the memorial for? Oh, veterans.
Yeah, for people who died, not just veterans. People who died in wars. It's not.
All the
people
wars?
say Happy Memorial Day. It's not happy. It's supposed to be a somber.
Is it like World War II onwards kind of thing, like Vietnam?
It's every war. Anybody who died in a war, even if you died in Grenada, which nobody died in Grenada, except GD's hopes and dreams.
Hey, did you see that a World War II era bomb went off under a runway in Japan the other day?
Yeah,
they can't figure out what set it off.
I didn't see that one, but it's not. They're still finding these things everywhere. You know.
Oh yeah. But it left a 20-foot crater in the runway.
Wow. They normally get found and they do a controlled explosion these days, right? To kind
This
of
one was just apparently they just didn't know it was there, and just went off one day.
My brother found the tail of a German bomb when I was a kid in our hometown that had never been found or been thrown behind someone's fucking bar and brought that back. Because we've got 2 craters in our hometown in the fields from where they flew over, missed London because of the weather, and then they had to drop the bombs to get back to Germany for the weight. So my town's like 20 miles past London.
We would find Civil War era shit all over the property at my aunt's house. Like we'd find we'd find the little balls from shooting at people and shit, and
I'm about to go. I don't know enough about the Civil War, but I've got like the rest is history, and I've got 10 episodes lined up, and I think I've listened to the first 2 to actually get the facts of the.
Yeah, most Americans don't know anything about the Civil War either. But interesting. I was watching this Dark History. I don't know. Somehow I subscribe to Dark History stuff on YouTube, and this video came up about Operation Aphrodite, where they thought Hitler had these bombs set up underneath London and Manchester, and the pilot was supposed to.
I didn't know about that.
I didn't know about it. The pilot was supposed to set off this special bomb, that bunker buster bomb, whatever, in this plane, and he had to kind of arm the bombs while he's piloting the plane, run back and arm the bombs, come back on the radio and say they're ready to go, and then jump out of the fucking plane. And somehow he didn't have enough time, and the bombs went off. It's the screw up or something. The guys who set up the bombs, it's the minute he went to trigger them, they blew up, and the plane blew up and killed the guy. And it ended up being Joseph Kennedy Jr., who was the pilot that was doing this stuff. He was supposed to be saving London and Manchester from a massive attack that Hitler had planned.
Very interesting.
It turned out it was all for nothing because Hitler had called the whole fucking thing off anyway.
Yeah, but that's war. There's a lot of calamity and bad luck and good luck in war, right? A lot of the reason we won is because of good luck, because some days it was fucking muddy and the tanks couldn't move.
Yeah, but this guy thought he was basically giving up his life. This is Joseph Kennedy Jr., John's older brother, who was slated to be president. They had ideas that this guy was going to.
We've got. Next to Manchester, there's a whole set of hills, the Peak District, and I think we've got a US plane that's still there that crashed, and maybe a Canadian one as well. But you can hike to it, but it's a bit inhospitable, which is why they've left the fucking engine and all that shit up there. They just took the bodies down, but they've got a little memorial. So I'm going to go to those and have a drink with the Americans and Canadians.
All right,
have a drink. I had a friend in high school whose family lived on a former slave plantation. And they still had some of the slave houses on the plantation. And so I went over there for lunch or something to use their pool. And he goes,
no, you can't use the pool. Come on.
And I was like,
no blacks in the pool.
I was his black friend, and he goes, "You want to see something real cool? We still have slave quarters."
I would have put up a guest room in there and told you the next day. Have a nice sleep.
Yeah. Wow.
And I was really torn. I was like, okay, these are like. My first question was, I said, why do you still have slave quarters? She said, because we never tore them down. You know.
Yeah, it might be coming back.
The slave tunnels on our property just got turned into playthings.
We just hope that one of the slaves fucked the ancestor's wife, you know.
Blind Mike, his name is Steven. Steven, the sitcom, no real last name anymore.
It's still Ortiz.
Well, you don't have any real content for Blind Mike to rip apart. Unfortunately, you don't have.
I have 3 complete sets on YouTube and several clips.
Complete sets. What are we talking about? How much time?
There's 2 8-minute sets and then a 10-minute set.
Yeah, that's not going to be of interest to Blind Mike. He goes for hours, 90 minutes, so this kind of thing.
Well, I didn't come up.
If you want Blind Mike to rip you apart, you have to do longer set. All right.
I think you guys are going to be friends
with somebody, or be friends with somebody who's notorious.
Yeah,
I am. I'm friends with you.
Yeah, but I'm only notorious by I'm like the notorious in-law. I'm not directly notorious. I like married into notorious.
Yeah, he's notorious PIG.
Now I have my own notoriety on my own because of it. Not notoriety, but notoriosity.
All right, we should end this fucking nonsense.
I did enjoy before you went. I did enjoy the Long Island serial killer. I watched the 3-episode documentary. Obviously, I didn't know anything about it. I knew you knew a lot.
Girls.
Yeah, it's good.
Let me.
It's good just to see the area, to see the ocean highway or whatever it is where they found fucking 10 bodies. It's interesting.
My band played. Listen, not to implicate myself,
on the beach, right?
Yeah, 3,000 feet away from where they found all those original bodies. Yeah. But
they found one because they were looking for the other girl, but it was someone else. And they found 2 more, and then they found 2 more.
Yeah. But I don't know if you got to this part or if this is a spoiler for you, but Shannon Gilbert, the original one that they were looking for.
Right.
She was found with her pants off in a marsh, sexually abused and all this stuff. Now,
she's the one that made the call saying I'm being chased and stuff. Yeah,
right. And she said they're coming to kill me, they're chasing me and all this stuff. Now, the DA, who was also implicated in rape and
they got him and the chief of police on like corruption or something like that.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Well, beyond that, they were beating up guys who had dildos from their lockers.
Well, a crackhead had robbed the chief of police's car, and he beat the shit out of him, and that started the investigation, right?
Right. But they were saying Shannon Gilbert, the original one. This is their claim, and they're still claiming this, that her pants accidentally fell off her while she was running towards the lighthouse. And it wasn't a murder. She was just running it, and her pants accidentally fell off, and then she drowned in the swamp. And this is what the police want people to fucking believe about that case, still to this day. Like
there were people who disagree because they brought the FBI woman in, right, to be chief of police or whatever, and she actually pushed for the investigation in the end, right, and then they caught the big guy. Is it Rex? Someone was it?
Yeah, Rex Heuermann.
Yeah,
and I don't know if you ever heard me talk about this, but Rex Heuermann has close ties to Rudy Giuliani. Rudy's partner, Al Placa, who was the head of the Catholic Church here on Long Island, a big diocese, was very close. He was Rex Heuermann's mentor. They were seen at some of these orgies at Rex Heuermann's house. Al Placa and Rudy were both there, where this girl was crying in the window, please help me, please help me. And neighbors saw it and didn't do anything.
Because he had like a double life, because to a lot of people, he was just a really nice, normal guy, right, to his family and stuff. They're like, yeah, he's a nice fucking guy.
Yeah. He was an ogre. He was an ogre, a creepy looking guy. He would be standing out in front of his yard with the axe. I know somebody.
They had some in the documentary that suspected, right? Because years before they had some sort of interaction with him, some fucking 6'7" beat. And when they finally caught him, go, yeah, that was the guy. I thought that was the guy.
And the Sayville Motel people, he's the guy. He's a total creep. I mean, no doubt in my mind that Rex is the guy, the main.
So
guy.
From the phone records, they realized that. Because they were catching some of the phones come across from Manhattan into Long Island, and then some were just in Long Island. So they thought, okay, he got lazy. So he started getting people in Manhattan. So maybe he was working in an office and commuting. And I think he was in the end, right? It's an interesting little story. But yeah, you probably never get.
Look for Nathan Adams, True Crime Channel on YouTube. Nathan Adams is the guy. He covers this extensively and will tell you things that documentary doesn't even come close to exposing about Rex. Very interesting stuff. Anyway,
all right, man.
Yeah. Thanks. We ended on a very serial killer note here, which makes Stephen happy because this is his world. This whole world.
I've subscribed. I've added the Rex Heuermann video to watch later, so I'll get to it.
Yeah. All right. We're gonna get out of here. Thanks for being here, Carl. Now, listen, if Jamie gets back to you, mention Jamie. I miss Jamie. He could come back and say hello. Just 5 minutes. I'm not asking him to make a major commitment here.
He got a job, and it's difficult for him to be
a job.
Around
Another
at this
one,
time.
Fucking job.
Yeah.
Hey, Carl, how you said you have a little more free time? How free are you?
In what way? For what?
Well, would you like a link tomorrow as well?
Sure. Yeah, I'm around tomorrow in the day.
He wants to know if you can hold the kids down while he diddles them.
I'll pop in tomorrow if we're going to get the other guests.
No, you're going to be the holder. He's going to be the paparina.
Sounds good.
He gets upset when I call him a pedophile. I don't know why.
I got to get ready to go for a gig with.
It would be child enthusiasts.
Oh.
I'm going to a gig with Shannon, if you remember Shannon something, and she's on her way to Manchester now, and we are going to a gig that's hosted by a guy that maybe not assaulted her, but definitely kissed her without permission many years ago. But he's hosting this night tonight, so we're going to go and do this open mic.
All right.
Just to freak him out.
Good for you. All right. Back in the game. You're back in the game.
I'm back in the game.
All right. Thanks for being here, man. I appreciate it. We're just going to tell people to... Steven, you want to tell people to diddle their radio? I mean...
Don't forget to be enthusiastic about your radio.
Finish inside me.
I'm coming for you!
And a lot of that comes.
Turn on the radio.
Speak American.
Turn on the radio.
What you wanna do, baby? It's on you, baby. Walk around nappy. What you wanna do, baby? It's on you, baby. Walk around nappy.
Turn on the
Gotta walk around, man. Who the hell are you? Walk around nappy.
Don't worry. No matter what, don't worry. Listen to me now. Listen to me, listen to me, listen to me now. Listen to me, listen to me, listen to me now. Listen to me, listen to me, listen to me.